All right, we got ourselves a chunky one.
Hey, Wooly, would you like this week's episode of Be Careful of What You Say Around Your Children?
Oh fuck. Oh boy. Okay,
It's
here.
a doozy. It's a doozy for
Oh
real.
man, the words matter now.
Okay, so Paige is upstairs in the bathroom and she dropped like her phone or some makeup or whatever, right? And she went, ah, fuck, right? And you're like thinking, oh, obviously that's what the child repeated. No. I go, oh, what you do? You poop on the floor? Haha. And then hours went by. Hours. And
Oh.
then my little man walks up to his mommy and says, quote, "Mommy, do you poop on the floor in the bathroom like a dog?"
Mm. Oh no. Uh you are also weird. Yeah, you are weirdly desynced for some reason.
Yeah, it's fine. The laughter brought me back.
I don't know what's going on. Oh
Oh
gee.
man.
Oh no.
Oh, and oh man, you gotta be, yeah. So you be careful. You be careful because they're gonna combine the weird things with other things.
Huh. Like, I guess, yeah. I mean, is tone being carried as well? Or is it?
No, it's like a genuine curiosity.
Yeah,
Is
genuine.
that
Yeah,
how
okay.
things are?
Yeah, is this what it is? Yeah, there's no.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hmm.
So that's your update. That's your update on be careful. Like be fucking careful.
And how do you answer that question?
No, sweetie. No, we poop in the
Yeah.
potty.
Okay.
We poop in the toilet. And
Okay.
a problem solved. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Problem solved."
Here, let's just close the call for a second and then
Yeah,
reopen it,
okay.
just
Let's
to
do it.
see.
Hold
All
on. What if
right.
I do that?
All
Did that
right.
work? Oh, hello.
Let's see. I don't know. Are you
I
back?
can still see you. Am I fixed?
Yeah, you're fixed.
Wow.
Yeah, you're fixed.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay, that's weird. All right, hey, so what's up with you, Wolves? Let's just speed round this shit because it's nonstop.
Yeah, stuff's going on.
So you beat Dispatch. How's that?
I did not.
You streamed it twice.
That's correct.
Don't understand.
Well, a chunk of that stream was actually spent just chatting with people and hanging out.
Yeah,
And,
gabbing.
Yep. And then by the numbers, I guess I had 2 hours on each of those episodes. So some of that was just talking and making decisions. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't gonna start there. I was gonna talk about other stuff, but
Oh, that's fine.
okay.
Well, okay, there's nothing to talk about until you beat Dispatch, actually.
Yeah,
good. I like it.
Hey, well, so I'm enjoying it. It's very 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 good. And yeah, the making decisions. Some of them not very popular. Some of them very upsetting. My brain works the way it does, and that's all I got for you.
All right. What else you got for me?
I got the fact that Punch Kid is now grabbing onto dreads during feeding, and that is the sickest development of all time. That fucking rules, and that's greater than any announcements any game can make.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. So here's my favorite part. I had the beard version of that because I had a bushier beard, right? And I don't know what hair feels like on the top of my head anymore. But that is absolutely the best development ever for a couple more months.
Yes.
And then the arm strength is gonna increase, and it's gonna go from this is adorable to how are you so strong?
Yes. No. That is it's currently just a little hand on the it's a little this, it's just a little ball, and very quickly there will come a problem, and I'm quite aware of it, but for now we'll enjoy it while it's cute.
That dude pulled hair out of my beard as a sub 1-year-old, and I like you get to have that moment of you can't even yell out in pain because that would scare them. So you just got to hit them with this.
Um, I also have noticed, and this is so that this whole scaring them thing, that's also becoming an issue because, hey, guess what? Punch
What?
Mom is super jumpy, and
Yeah.
now I'm straight up seeing just in the middle of everyone's having a good time, and just if you sneeze or if you cough or if you even just kind of go like, "Wow!" There's just this little, that she does. I'm like, oh no, she's inherited some of that jumpiness, and it doesn't matter how safe the environment is. What if this sudden movement of some kind is danger? You know?
There's a lot of fun in seeing what extraordinarily strong behaviors are innate from one parent to the other in your kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like where they turn and they do something and it's like looking at either a tiny yourself or a tiny your wife and you just go, oh wow,
You
oh
see it.
that's genetic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Really?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Hoping for the best on that one. We will see.
All the good parts, none of the icky parts.
I mean, I'll settle for all the funny parts.
That's trouble.
Yeah.
That's trouble, Willie. The funny parts are.
But anyway, that's going on. There's also a bit of a battle taking place where there is Christmas music that's starting to get played, and some of that Christmas music was of the choices that Punchball made were of the Bing Crosby variety.
Oh, crooner.
Yes, and I'm like, I'm like,
I like to beat my kid.
oh boy, I get that. So literally, I come down and I'm like, beat my kids. That I did. Soon it will. And then I'm like, all right, let me get up the Caribbean playlist over here and just get some of that going. And I'm like, listen, baby. You're going to have a choice to make, okay? Inside of you, there are two wolves, and one wolf dances and claps on the 1s and 3s, and the other one dances on the 2s and 4s. We need to harness the correct numbers here. We need to get you on the right wolf.
And then you'll find out if that's genetic.
Yeah.
Or can it be taught?
I think nurture. I think nurture can install the correct thing right here.
Every new child is a new attempt at the age-old battle.
So we hit some of the Caribbean music playlist, and we started moving to it, and I'm just like, we gotta instill it early,
So our guy loves Christmas music, and he's old enough to appreciate it and sing along. So we'll put on what's it called? We'll put on something called like super simple Christmas songs. It's Christmas songs for babies. It's like Jingle Bells, but it's like less loud and less extreme, right? And we turn the monitor off. We turn the TV off. Like we turn the picture off. So it's just a radio, right? And that dude will just like sit there and be like, Jingle Bell, like for like a good half hour, which is the most adorable shit ever. But then, all right, little man, it's time to go to bed, and you're like everyone's like getting sleepy, everybody's falling asleep. Jingle bell, like just full blown 25 minutes of the most adorable rendition of Jingle Bells you've ever heard. Full volume.
And and there's a deep realization inside that it's like, okay, whether we fuck obviously all the mall music and the shit that burns into your brain and the Mariah Carey, etc. But
it's all she wants for Christmas, dude.
But well, all I want for Christmas is a piece of corn, because that's what I was raised on. I want a piece of corn for me Christmas. Me no
Oh, I
want
don't
the
know.
manicoo. You can keep the callaloo. Me want a piece of corn for me Christmas. That's how we did it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's adorable. I like that.
And so there soon is going to be a line that is drawn further back from the original line drawn here, and that's going to
Mhm.
be all of this type of Christmas music, annoying and not annoying included, versus the slop playlist that auto generates and
Uh,
you know is going to be play this for your kids, and it'll be the
no,
AI Christmas music, infinite
no.
playlist, go forever, and it's just various
Jesus
degrees of.
doesn't approve of the AI Christmas music.
I mean, I
The only
think.
thing he's generating is wine and fish and bread. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but I think Jesus just signed a deal with Sora.
Oh man!
I think Jesus just signed a deal with Sora to be the exclusive platform. So, time to go take down all those others, but hey, you got to invest heavy. And Jesus knows
Damn it, Bob
to
Jesus.
get in on the ground floor. $1 billion deal from the Son of God. Um, kind of incredible exclusive
Oh
rights.
man, this week sucks. I didn't realize that all these are wrapped up. Okay,
I don't
anyway.
listen. We don't have the time nor wherewithal to bother, to be perfectly honest, because we can just talk fucking Game Awards announcements.
Yeah,
But
well, I mean, one of those is actually leads right into the Game Awards, unfortunately.
but okay. Beyond that, a couple things, I guess. So I checked out a couple of small games as well. I've been poking at some stuff. I've gotten suggestions for, and one of them that I saw for a while, but I never bothered. I didn't properly sit down and boot up. Um, just Shapes and Beats, old game, showed up a lot at
Oh,
like.
that is properly old man
Yeah,
gaming right now.
yeah, that's a couple years old now, but I remember seeing it at a lot of conventions. I remember seeing it at MagFest. I remember seeing it at a bunch of booths and places, and I was like, yeah, that looks really cool, but I just never really sat and gave it the time. And it's like, fuck, that's just a great, simple, awesome thing. And um, and it's also like, that's something where it's not it's not low stim, but it's something where I'm like, I could show this to her in her early years of gaming, to just kind of like enjoy a pixel moving through rhythm and music, and you know what I mean, just kind of having a musical time. Like I kind of, I'm looking for things that are, once we graduate from low stim to like stim but simple and kind of fun. And I kind of saw that as like a pretty cool game for that. And a little story where you move your little pixel along, and there's little tech in play where every time you get from one part of the stage to another, where it's essentially you're just controlling a little pixel, and the music is attacking you in waves, lines, shapes, and forms, and you have to dodge bullets, and all you have is a dash button that gives you a couple of invincibility frames, and hit a target, and then you've cleared that part of the stage. But they do a cool thing where no matter when you hit the target, there's a little stall, and then it hits into the next. The stage moves forward on the beat always, But it does a thing where it can always correct for whenever you got to the target and get you right back on the beat. Little tricks like that are always fun. And Danimal Cannon was a name that I've seen pop up a bunch at like MagFest and a couple other places as well. And I was like, oh shit, okay, this is where and I believe I've like, yeah, met and through mutuals, but I didn't realize what the project was at the time, and I'm playing this now going, fuck, what a great sick game from 2018. So Just Shapes and Beats is the name of it, and it's like, this could have also been something from the era of Luminous, Patapon, PSP, rhythm visuals and cool shit, keeping it simple.
Mhm.
um
Did
I
you try out the new not Patapon Ratata?
I didn't try it, but I remember when that got announced. Yeah.
Huh. I
Anything?
wonder how it is.
I wonder. Yeah, because there was room in our hearts for Patapon and Patapon 2, but I don't know how the other one went. What else happened? I checked out another small game called, there's a demo actually, it's called Racoin, and
That sounds familiar.
it is so looking for these roguelike, Balatro-like, every stage you get a new ability and you progress and you get different skills and blocks that have
Oh
different
god, this
things.
fucking thing. Oh my god.
But it's a roguelike little
Coin
game.
pusher.
The fucking coin pusher machine.
Oh
So
my god.
whenever you used to go to the arcades and you saw that scam machine where it's like you drop a coin and then it pushes a few quarters to the edge and maybe one of those falls over and gets into your little basket, now you get a free quarter. That thing was such a ripoff every time I saw it. And you know they strategically placed them right on the edge to look like they're going to fall over, but they never fucking fall over. And so they made a roguelike out of that. And sure enough, it's cute and it's fun and it's got juice to it, because the problem is in real life is it takes a bunch of coins to make anything happen in those games. So it's always deeply unsatisfying. But what if in this game you're sitting down and you got like 50 coins to shoot in, and you can choose left, right, or middle. So you're and then the physics are all pushing things over. So you don't have to worry about that bullshit of real life where the quarters are too expensive, you know? And then furthermore, when you start to build up a good pattern, like a nice like tower stack of coins comes up the middle, and that all falls over and you collect them all, you start getting special coins where if this coin, like a rabbit coin, if a rabbit coin hits a rabbit coin, they have a bunch of rabbit baby coins, and then those coins all multiply and stuff, right? So you start aiming your coins to hit certain things, or a vacuum coin is gonna just like swallow up everything in a tornado circle, and then and it's scratching an itch you have deep inside from every time you looked at one of these machines, but were never able to, and you rightfully never able to win anything because they fucking rip you off all the time.
Every single time I saw one of those, I've never actually played any of these because I looked at them and I'm like, man, that looks like the scammiest part of this entire place.
Such dirt.
Like it even visually appears to be a bigger criminal scam than like a claw machine. At least the claw machine like hides the fact that it's not fully powered.
Yeah.
This thing just looks fake as shit.
Well, it's like it's using your money. It's using the money to show you how much it's stolen from people. And that's part of what you're seeing. Because the few times I remember trying, well, the same thing happens. You drop a quarter, it lands like this, and then the pusher does this. And then the pusher just makes the quarter slide over the other quarter, and then nothing happens forever. Absolute criminal bullshit. And this is making it so that, you can rectify these wrongs from childhood, and it's fun. So Racoin, you're playing a little raccoon who's shoving coins in. The coins have themes, and between each level you can spend your money to like level up different powers and abilities and all that stuff. We can do this. We can use the power of Balatro, like roguelike progression, to go back to scams from our childhood and
Can we
scratch the itch.
Can we point the children at scam? How do I put this? The feel of scam without actual scam.
Yeah.
Can we get like can we funnel like the gambling addiction,
all of
dopamine hit into fake scam like Balatro and Racoin and shit like that?
Yep.
Scam likes. That's a great name for it, Jack Snows.
Like someone was saying, I think we're learning that Wooly's bad at coin pushers. It's like, bitch, you had the money to dump into that? Really? I'm sorry we didn't all have fucking a giant amount to go dump in and watch.
Okay, I have
come to nothing.
I have 4 quarters. I can play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or Time Crisis for like 40 minutes. Or I can play this for 1 second and lose.
Fuck out of here. No, that was how the days were spent. Speaking of using those quarters and making them last, and when you fight somebody that doesn't risk you losing your quarter, it's free, so that's why they're free. A fact that you can learn from the latest Core A gaming video, how to get started at playing fighting games, and particularly 2XKO. And it's really good. It's a really good video, just sidebar, because it's probably the most unassuming one I've seen, in that it's starting out with like, okay, so here's what happens when you start one of these games and you don't know what's going on. And from the very beginning of like, okay, blocking, what is that even, how does that even work? Right. And like, it takes a good approach to walking you through from button mashing to what each of these little building blocks of understanding are, and it's kind of insane that by the end of it, it's an 18-minute video, and the concept of frame data is introduced. But I'm like, how are you going to do that in a video for beginners? And sure enough, with good word usage and very clean visuals, there's a very simple way that Corey uses to explain it. So go check out their latest video on that. Very, very good. Gerald is doing it. Anyway, yep, so that was Rackhoin, that was Shapes and Beats. Played some Dispatch, gonna continue. Gonna wrap that up next time. We did 5 and 6. Oh no, 4 and 5. So managed to put the proper precautions into place, and yeah, I can see how that intro now I can see how it got flagged, but I also didn't know that YouTube cared about audio to begin with. So
yeah, I also didn't know
shit.
that. So apparently the reason I got caught is because I was like silent. I was like, oh, instead of talking over it as much as possible to muddle it up.
Okay. Well, I just played it extra safe on that. But I kind of want to go back through and see the I mean, there's a bunch of shit there too, where like just cheeks out fucking gags that are missing too, that I'm like, fuck. Like,
did you go back and check out what like those gags were?
No, I didn't.
Well, then you'll see why they got black part over.
Okay, I'm assuming the worst, because my brain autofills the black with just like the most extreme detail, and like just like it can't just be a censored donger. It's got to be giant and vascular. It's got to be ridiculous Dr. Manhattan, and it's got to have sound effects as it flops around. It can't just be cheeks off of Grandpa. They got to be like absolutely caked up and shiny. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. But that's cool. And I guess beyond that, I think there's definitely a part of me that is in the way my brain works is not baked for high pressure pattern recognition and like improvisation. I think.
Do you mean video games?
Yeah, I guess so. But it depends. But in this case, it's the particular type of this genre, I suppose. But whatever the case,
because like you just described, like that was like a wildly broad. That was like an incredibly wide description.
Yeah. No, I for the same reasons that I'm also
play fighting games. Fighting games are fast pattern recognition, decision making.
True, but you get to make the patterns predictable because you can go see them again and again and again in advance. So when it's the first time the moment's happening and you got to improvise and piece together the bit, I'm like, I gotta, and it's the same skill.
Have the timer be longer and not pause the time when you go into the hero select.
Well, I mean,
like they should make it like 15 seconds longer, like on average, but like they shouldn't pause the timer at all.
I mean, like stat wise, I think the way those missions went was like pretty good. Like I only fucked up like maybe 2 on some of those shifts, like I think at max, but like. But there's things where I'm just like, okay, what does this word mean? And I got to take a second to like, think about, work through like what I think that word would mean or so. And I think it, anyway, whatever. All this to say that the game is just like, go with the vibes, go with the flow, fuck up, don't fuck up, go, whatever. And I'm like trying to stop and parse it. That's how my brain works. But the game's great. I don't want to. Yeah, whatever. We'll see where the chances and where the things go. But I'm sure I'm right in the middle of potential spoiler territory, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah, you really are. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Well, we'll just talk about that next week.
Yep. Beyond that, if you want to see me tormenting One Eye Patch Wolf, I jumped over to his charity stream for a minute and had a good time forcing him to restart his playthrough of Shenmue 3, so that was enjoyable. And then one Gianni Matragrano happened to be in town, and I said, "Get the fuck over here. We're slopping." And Gianni came over with his lovely wife Marika, and we slopped it up. And it was pretty appropriate because, like, the scheduled plan for the weekend was going to be an activity that often involves one of his memes popping up at some point almost every single episode. You know? So I'm like, yeah, get in here. It's the time when we get exposed to your dumb shit on a regular basis. And that was cool. Very, very chill. Them voice people, you know, they can just turn it on and off. Just like that. It's kind of incredible.
I don't understand that.
I know.
I don't know how they do that.
I know, and that's why you got to get rid of them and replace them with the robots, you know?
I can't even change the voices in my own mind. I don't know how you're supposed to change the voices on the outside.
That is true. And what I always love is like when you meet somebody and then, you know, I mean, we obviously like chatted on this podcast like a couple years back, but when you meet somebody with their significant other and within seconds it's just like, oh, this is a complete mess that's fallen apart without the support structure that is the partner here, and he's just like, yep, she's here to keep me in line. She's the one that I'm like, okay, understood. And then it very quickly just becomes the like kind of like with Paige, it's like, oh, this is your biggest cheerleader and the one praying hardest for your downfall simultaneously. That energy is precious, and it's great. It's great. So right away the bit was understood, you know. How can we collectively you know, big up and expose balls at the same time. The term voice ussy was used more than once.
Yeah. This wasn't it. It's gone too far.
But is
we
it
need
not
to go
far?
back in time and get Little Bussy Man or whoever it was that started it.
Little Bussy Man. Imagine Obama.
We need to stop them.
I think not far enough. I think, quite frankly, we can use all the new variants of Ussy. Like, we're stepping beyond 151 Pokemon. That's all. All right, just get ready for Gen 2 and above.
No, go back on that too.
You just have to accept it.
The Dussy has gone too far.
There was no Salazzle back in my day, but now Salazzle's there for everybody, unfortunately.
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You know which one Salazzle is.
You might as well have just made that the fuck up.
You know deep in your heart. I
legitimately don't know who the fuck that is. I don't know what that is.
It's batting its eyelashes at you.
What the fuck is a Salazzle? Is that the fucking Gen Z new type fucking Gardevoir? Oh no,
that's the one.
No,
it's not like the Gardevoir. It's the one that's looking at you.
I don't like this in the response of this conversation.
It's looking at you. It's letting you know what's up. It's trying to figure you out.
758. Society is over. That's too many.
Is that the number?
Yeah, that's the number. It's
okay.
758.
Because I was like, that can't be the Rule 30 portal.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm like, that number is way too low. I
don't even know where to go with that.
Way too low for the 30 portal. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So, you know, gonna be jumping back in to Expedition 33, which had some fucking new content that just dropped, and this is gonna be odd because I might be experiencing that new content with Reggie for the first time in the LP.
That's going to be weird.
I'm going to see if I can figure that out.
Where are you guys at?
Middle end of Act 2.
You got a ways to go, brother.
So where...
Do you know the name of the area?
I know the name of it, but
Okay, you know the other area with that name?
Yep.
Approximately the same.
You got to be there.
Yeah. Second to last thing, maybe.
Okay. You don't get there for a minute then.
No. Oh.
Okay. Well, then I got time.
You got time.
Okay. I didn't know where the door was to the new content, but
I'll tell you where the door is. I'll tell you right now.
But saying when the door is actually more crucial here. So if we're talking right before the end, okay, great, cool, and it's the highest level content in the game.
I feel like I haven't played the base game in quite a while. It's either the highest or the second highest, but I believe it might be the highest.
It's mandatory.
It is not mandatory.
Oh, okay.
No, you misunderstood what I said.
Okay.
You need to be in Act 3.
Oh, okay.
It gives you some, so I did it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's fairly short. It comes alongside so it's one of those things. Okay, so like you go in and it's a really cool area updates. And it's got lots of fun stuff. It also has some new weapons in it. And you get the new weapons, you're like, wow, this is insanely busted. And then you get new Pictos, which I would describe as meta annihilating Pictos.
Beyond the meta that's already in shards by this point.
I will give you a taste of what one of the, I think, 15 Pictos is. All right. There is a Picto called Frenzy, and the Picto says every hit in a skill does 10% more damage than the last one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So
right.
So Phantom Stars.
You're like, oh, was billions not enough?
Yeah, like Phantom Stars to the end of time. I see. Okay.
And then they send you up against a new super boss who is awesome. One of the best fights in the game. And then they go, hey, listen. You know that thing that was like the super boss, but you all trivialized that into dirt with your one shot, one kill nonsense? Okay, here's 4 more of those. And we've built it for that guy on TikTok teaching you how to do the 1.4 trillion damage build.
No.
Just the absolute, like, you remember fighting the consort at the end of fucking Shadow of the Erdtree?
Yeah.
And being like, I think this is as far as this system can push a character.
Yeah.
Yes. The new post-patch super bosses are, I think, at the numerical and functional limit of how far that system can go.
Okay. I have to imagine, as again, we're building a DLC to a thing that people were crushing that was meant to be challenging. So we need to make the sweats as sweaty as possible without making it impossible. Right?
It is. Okay, so there are 4 of the new super bosses. I have not been able to make even a smidge of headway on the easiest of the 4.
Okay.
And I was able to crush the last one in like a couple of days.
And I'm assuming
I've made no progress.
And I'm assuming that they have installed insurance against bullshittery.
No.
Okay.
You're to use your bullshittery.
But it's just the bullshittery makes it normal or even fair.
Okay, remember how fucked up you could make your characters by the end of like the last area?
Mm-hmm.
They have done that to their bosses in the other direction.
Okay.
The assumption is that you're going in here trying to break numbers.
Because I'm just like, when you break numbers to a certain degree, it just becomes hell or hell.
Yeah, a little. Yes, that is exactly how it is.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Health values may as well not exist.
Um, interesting. Well, yeah. So there's some time. So yeah, I guess based on it being towards the later, I'll go be able to go back in and see what's going on
There
there.
was a really excellent thing where somebody on Blue Sky said, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna fucking beat these bosses," and I went, "Yeah, okay, I'll remember that." And then I went and streamed it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, that dude was right.
Mm.
That
How
dude was super right."
how's about the quality of life? How about the favorites, the loadouts, the Pictos, the Luminas?
So the ability to save 50 Lumina sets is awesome and absolutely great. And you can name them and you can
Per
set them up so
character?
that you can, yeah.
Okay.
No, they're not per character. They're
Slots.
anybody.
Okay.
So you can save it on my L and then put it on Lune. And if you have pick those equipped, it just won't equip those.
Great, 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 great,
Right?
great.
It's very useful. There's only one problem for them, and it's a really, 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 really big problem. And that is I have been given Picto sets or Lumina sets or whatever you want to call them at the 99th percentile mark in the game after an 8-month break. I don't remember what any of these fucking do.
Memory. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know what any of these, I don't know what the fucking burn build I had was.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I actually just kept the glass cannon for everyone build that I had at the end forever and just kept adding more glass cannon stuff that I could find.
Right.
And just like I'll just have to figure it out. And so if I ever want to what do you call it? Go back and fight those super bosses, it'll have to actually be at the end of a new playthrough because I don't remember how to play.
So
3 of
fortunately,
these characters.
having done this recently for Reggie going through it, like me just looking at what the skills are, it's not that long to remember. Like you just kind of look at the skill tree.
I have a lot of Lumina.
Yeah. I know. But like looking at the skill tree and thankfully this is where the wording of all the Pictos comes into play really, really well.
Oh, that's actually something that's way better now because you can now search via every stat and you can now search by every type.
Great.
So you can sort by the word burn.
Exactly, because that's it. I'm like if you just go for anything that says energizing, you're like, I want an AP build, here we go, and you find it like that. The key, the ability to like look at all these words repeat is fantastic. And ironically, as much as I love it and it's super cool, it makes names like in media res actually hurt in a giant pile. Sometimes because you're like, the more creative the name, like the more difficult it is to find when you're looking at hundreds of them.
I've been thinking a lot about that game's difficulty curve, and if I go back through it again, I'm going to completely evenly split everything across all the characters, and I'm not going to farm any Lumina because I think even focusing on 3 characters instead of the full team is what screwed up my difficulty progression. Because like
you didn't distribute evenly.
No, I had when I got to the end of Act 2, I had 3 characters who stole all the juice.
Oh, I distributed. Yeah.
And that caused numbers to spiral out of fucking control.
No, I kept even because I knew at any moment I could pick something up that would make this character fucking ridiculous, starting in your best mode is often the weapon that is like, yep, time to put you up, whether it's almighty or fucking all versions of it.
Also, the next time I go through it, I think I will not go into any red areas because you mentioned in media res. In media res fucks up the balance of the entire game more than anything else because you don't actually fight the dudes to get in media res. You cut them, and then pick it up,
which is exactly what he did. Yeah.
It massively fucks up whole rest of the game.
I watched Reggie just play football and run through and Barry Sanders his way out of there without the fight. It was quite funny. Also, so it's not just that one too. It's when you do the Frozen Heart or Frozen Flame, whatever, the mountain.
That area is poorly placed and will ruin the whole game.
That will ruin you everything. You go up that mountain, you come back down so huge and
Nothing
so
can
jacked
touch you ever again.
that it's fucked. And without doing the mountain, he went on to face the whatever the Cane Man, the fucking the Heart of
Act
Lumiere.
2. Just say Act 2 and
Act 2, right? That was again a laughably low HP fight where you don't get to see anything cool without getting huge. Yeah. So it was just kind of like I was worried.
Want it completable even if you just go straight ahead
without any side paths, right? Straight ahead with a good sense of parry timing is still too much for the critical path. So yeah, it's that there was also right after that was like, okay, let's crank that difficulty up. Let's, because we were playing on normal up until that point, and I was shocked to see that, with no upgrading whatsoever. Anyway, that sounds good. The loadout's super crucial, and yeah, there is a part of this too that is tricky about the Let's Play version of going through this game. Is there is very valuable hours or very valuable time spent staring at the Lumina screen, the Picto screens, and your skill tree, and thinking about builds.
Luckily enough, the time that this patch came out really like showed up right at the perfect time for that. Was when you're like Act 2, end of Act 2,
and towards the end of Act 2, yeah.
Right. That's when that shit started to get really tiresome and like unmanageable. But now you have like Lumina set. Like, it's useful just to have a Lumina set, even if it's not a complete set. That's just like, put every burn on, put them all on.
So this happened in Cyberpunk when I was playing it, and I solved it by off camera staring at every upgrade branch and path, and going to the Ripper dock and seeing all their upgrades and going, okay, I'm going to just internalize and see what's possible and so on. But these are the moments where there's no way in a Let's Play to really get around it. Like, the game wants you to enjoy its depth by you internalizing these systems, but you have to stare at them and read and get into it in a way that is going to take way too long as you progress, So, anyway, gonna be doing that. And also, like, I told him to, like, come over a little bit and off camera we'll kind of just take a look at some of these potential ideas and get the juices flowing. Cool stuff going on there. So we're going to continue Expedition 33 tomorrow, and then this Saturday get into fighting games, come hang out. That's pretty much it.
Did I get up to over the past? Oh, me and Paige beat Resident Evil 2 blind. Paige beat it. Did it. Awesome. Good for her. That was fantastic.
And did the blind guiding go all the way through up until the end, or did you eventually let the bike go?
Yep.
Okay.
No, the blind guiding went all the way up through the end. I took the blindfold off to do some of Leon B.
Okay.
Because I was like, I have absolutely made my point, and saw some comments like, dude, the blindfold functionally didn't do anything. Would have been exactly the same if the blindfold was off. Woo. Did it. And watch the Game Awards. Oh, I also played the Pragmata demo.
Oh yes, yeah. So that's part of the docket.
But where a robot looks like my child jumps on your back and does hacking puzzles. That game's a lot simpler than it appears. It is Resident Evil 4 in space. But in order to make enemies vulnerable to your attacks as they slowly walk towards you, you do a little hacking mini game on them.
Okay.
And it's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable to be aiming and shooting and then having to take a second to do hacking.
Okay.
And it has passed through these nodes to do more damage or link enemies. It's very cool.
I was trying to, the one thing I don't have is a sense of like, are you going through loads of enemies, or are you taking on like one big one at a time?
You're going through like 2 at a time.
Okay. Okay.
Because you still have to have time to do your little hacking game.
Okay.
Right now, granted, this is probably the very beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
all signs point towards fresh, brand new IP, no connections anywhere.
Other than the fact that the little girl's wearing a blue bomber jacket.
Yeah.
Which is like, I see what you did there.
Okay, but you know what though? Like, still, good on Capcom for fucking trying in a very obvious way. Between this and the fucking dinosaurs, and even when I'm laughing at Exoprimal, I'm laughing, but I'm like, hey, you're trying new shit. You know? I appreciate that. Hopefully, this is good. Because it seems like Vanquish with the little mega girls is kind of a cool idea, you know?
It's really slow compared to Vanquish.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah,
the aesthetic, and that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Other than that, watched the Game Awards.
Yes. So that is a big old list of stuff. Not all of which matters. So we'll get into some of it and then take a quick break. But right off the bat, I'm just gonna say that as far as the Street Fighter trailer is concerned, I have a couple thoughts, and very much so. This is the most I have zero expectation, and I know that I'm going in like, if this is a hilarious absolute turd, great. And if this somehow becomes a self-aware turd, that's even funnier. Some of the choreography in that trailer looks kind of fucking sick. That 1-2 back throw into the kick off the wall is like, ooh, okay. So we'll see what happens, but I think potentially it can be this doesn't look like it's going to land in the middle and be completely forgettable, right? This looks like it's going to be self-aware and terrible, or completely unaware and terrible. And
it's gonna be god awful. This is gonna be trash.
But I think we're lucky that it's going to be in an entertaining way as opposed to in a nothing way, based on what we see.
It would be nice if the movie was trash in a way that was funny.
You know, you're seeing the jackhammer, you're seeing a little El Forte in there, you're seeing the fucking Cody Rhodes wig. Phidias Balrog is still a really good outfit. Like, the costuming there is incredible. And the guy who's playing Dictator that's a good face for Dictator.
That's such a weird guy for Dictator. I forget that guy's name.
I think the face works. But then, like, yeah, getting Claw, getting Vega, because it's like, oh yeah, that dude wears masks all the time anyways. It's like, sure, whatever. I have a Momoa Blanca and Akuma Reigns is the dumbest shit ever. That's such Minecraft Jumanji casting. It's such, we just get the names, shut the fuck up.
I have a piece of information about Bison's casting.
Yeah.
There was a different actor who was supposed to play M. Bison, but they were busy with a different project. That person that could have been M. Bison in that movie would have been Walton Goggins.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. And you know how I know that.
He's got the jaw.
He's busy. He's busy right now.
He's got the jaw.
Being Dagul.
But
bro, that would have rocked though. Seriously, he can camp that shit the fuck up for real.
Let me stare at this fucker. What does he actually look like? For real.
Oh, he looks like a guy who enjoys a good apple.
Okay, so if I cut this and put a big Dictator hat.
Are you just kind of image framing it?
So he's a good actor that can become anything. That much is clear. But you need to cut a strong jawline, and I see it. I do see the jawline here. Sure. But anyways, yeah, this trailer is just, again, it can be everything and nothing. And we need to, there needs to be a name for that kind of yeah, the Minecraft, Jumanji, Borderlands ass, like Roman Reigns and Momoa cast pull, where you're like, you're a horrible fit for this, but
They need wrestlers, bro.
You're on the list though.
They need wrestlers.
For game adaptation movies specifically, you gotta have one of these faces.
Just go scoop up a couple wrestlers off the mat.
Just pile them in and pour them out. Ugh. And
getting like popcorn out of the fucking tub. Just
and they're like, look, Eric Andre is attached. We don't know what role he's gonna play, but he's attached. Go find something.
Play the announcer.
No, he's playing the guy with the megaphone in Street Fighter 4's Brog stage. They gave him a name, like Don something, and it's like he's literally the guy with the big top hat going and he's just like that's a role now with a name and everything. Don Savage. Like, what the fuck, Anyway, whatever. And they also, I remember hearing like, oh yeah, they're looking for an excuse to get Vulcan, and so like now he's Joe. So, there it is. That was that. What else is going on? There's there were a lot. There was like a good 50 things announced here, but obviously not all of it worth talking about, so I bolded a couple things. How about fucking Gang of Dragon? How about Teehee LOLOL?
Bro,
you can't do nothing to me. The name is different enough, the energy's different enough. Nagoshi Studio, I'ma do what I want. It's a pretty cool name. It looks pretty fun. It's just wild that you're not even pretending to give a fuck.
What if I made the exact same game, like literally, but you're a non-secret Korean?
Yep, overt Korean actually. I saw a site that had it like in the news and like mistranslated the name of Gang of Dragons, and it made me so upset. Because it instantly became the least cool title in the world. Like, it works because it's singular, unpluralized, Gang of Dragon. It must be Dragon. It cannot be dragons.
No, I'm a whole gang of dragon in myself.
Yes. It's also a game made to impress his Yakuza friends. So that when they play it, they go, oh, Nagoshi.
Of note is that if you look at the screenshots they put out, there's actually like driving and shooting guns into people. So like this big Korean man will be a murderer.
We're not playing games with the Yep.
Which like
never killed.
The idea of making like 10 games in a row of a noble Japanese gangster that doesn't kill people, only to make one game in which you play a Korean gangster and going, oh, now he can kill people. Yeah. Is really funny.
But you got to have the scenes.
Really funny.
But then you got to have the scenes afterwards where he has a drink and it's just like, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Do you think this will then therefore lead to there being secret Japanese?
Secret Japanese in Japan would be an awesome storyline. That would be really fucking cool.
Deep in the Chinese gangs or the Korean gangs. That would be
fucking so cool. If one of the secret, one of the secret Koreans actually just ended up being Japanese and be like, I tricked you.
That'd be wonderful. Gang of Dragon, cool. Not only are we done with the Tomb Raider Survivor trilogy, but we're doubling down and swerving back to original Lara, remaking Tomb Raider 1 and making a sequel to 8, was it? Or 7?
Tomb Raider Underworld.
Ain't Darkness?
Hey.
Anyway. They're going full hard back to the originals.
Okay, so two things. One, this is the second full-on remake of Tomb Raider 1. There was Tomb Raider Anniversary.
Right, but not reboot. We are remaking, but not rebooting.
Yeah, this is the second full-on remake of Tomb Raider 1,
And the
which
weirdest,
actually made me feel stupid because I was watching. I'm like, oh, this looks like it's going back to more like Tomb Raider 1 kind of stuff, like, old time. Oh, it is.
it,
It
it
is. It
literally
literally
is.
is.
And then you see her shooting the dinosaurs, and you're like, well, of course that we know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
But
No one was asking for a sequel to fucking Tomb Raider Underworld.
no,
Nobody.
they weren't. But what got me and Min super confused was the faces, because the face in the new game, Catalyst, was a brand new Lara face that is like, oh, I guess they're just starting over again and doing a whole new thing. But then they showed the next game, which is Legacy of Atlantis, the remake of the first game, and her face looks like the one from the Survivor trilogy, right? So I was like, oh, you're what?
So these are both being made by
Huh?
companies, which is, I don't, it's fucking.
Yeah,
I
Crystal
don't
D is
know.
doing the main, I think the main sequel one, and then I think I didn't see the dev on the other. But there was a bit there where I was like, their faces look different. It didn't just look like she was a bit older to me, but maybe look, I can go back and get the side by side, but I feel like I was like, this one looks like a brand new face, and then this one looks like the sequel, the remake, the reboot face, but then placed back on the remake. All right. That was the impression. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm seeing a lot of people disagree.
I don't know. I found it kind of confusing that they were releasing two games back to back by different companies that are like of different, like the beginning and also the end to like a series of, like, man, the Tomb Raider plot is just like there's a fucking artifact and she wants to steal it. That's it.
Yeah.
There was the Tomb Raider like legend fucking timeline, and then it's so stop it, just stop.
And don't forget the Lara Croft like platformer timeline as well, and
right, with the Totec.
Yeah.
And that first game was a million times better than that second one.
I'm looking at a screenshot of her face in the Survivor trilogy and in Legacy of Atlantis, and it looks pretty close to me, but particularly, I guess, this one, like, I'm like, that's kind of what I was thinking of, yeah, but whatever, doesn't matter. Then we saw, and I have to say, this is done its job and completely pulled me in. The Remedy trailer for Control, Resident, fucking looks amazing.
It looks so cool that they made DMC Devil May Cry 2. It looks so cool that they did that.
I love the before the character action parts of that started happening, just the direction and like the use of sound and visuals were like really, really strong. Like I was already like, yo, this fucking looks really, really well done.
So this is like, I really don't mean to sound condescending. I don't know how to say this otherwise. That's what Remedy games look like.
Yeah. And
like Remedy games look super fucking cool.
We again, we played a few hours of Control, you know. I didn't go super far, but like I did see a lot of that, strong sound, strong art design, lots of strong, strong overall art direction. And like what was coming off of this with the way it was depicting this fucking insane whatever setting, then immediately going into like there's a launcher, there's an air combo, there's a weapon switch, and I was like, Ooh, you've got all that style, and you're doing a genre that I think is cool. I'm very very interested. Also, I guess like I mean I don't know about the Alan Wake games as much, but with Control, um, you were again the way it was described was like by the end of that you're just a Jedi, right? But like making a sequel where the whole thing where the genre changes up aggressively like this, like how do people feel about that, about it being less of a shooter and it being more like of a
Um,
stylish action?
I feel very nervous.
Okay, okay.
They have made Max Payne 1, sorry, Max Payne 1,
Guns,
Max Payne
guns,
2,
guns.
Alan Wake 2,
Mm-hmm.
Alan Wake American Wasteland, Control 1. That's 6
But
shooters.
bang.
And they're really, really, really,
Yeah,
really, really, really good at
yeah,
shooters.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um
How's
oh, Quantum Break. I forgot about Quantum Break. That's 7.
do you ever get
They
any
made
melee
Fire.
weapons that are like elaborate at all, or
No.
not really? Okay, okay.
No.
Hmm.
So I'm like, ugh, I'm pulling my collar. Oh, I hope. The other thing is that when I made a joke about it looking like DMC Devil May Cry 2, I actually really, really mean that. If
Well,
you have the eye for it, if you go back and look at that trailer again, you'll see like a blue scythe air move
mm-hmm.
and like a red punching air combo. And it looks like it actually, and like the transforming environment, it actually really does look very strongly inspired
Well,
by DMC Devil May Cry.
I mean, this is something I think we've said in the past, but DMC Devil May Cry, for all the things it suffers from, a bold art style and isn't one of the flaws, right? It does some stuff that if it were not trying to be Devil May Cry would be like, oh shit, yeah, look at the city, look at the way a lot of the direction of these scenes and a lot of the direction of we talk about the Fox area and all that stuff. Like visually it's doing shit that's cool. It's just by comparison to what I wanted, you're fucking miles away, But I'm just looking at this and going like, as far as this trailer goes, for what you were showing off, like I was really impressed and thought it would look super sick, and it got my attention. And also part of that helps knowing that for years you've been telling me about how fucking great the games this company makes are.
Dope. It's dope as fuck.
So I'm like, cool. There's also a pedigree that has worked for things they've made that have involved guns, I guess, so far. Let's see.
I am so interested. So if you play Control 2 at the release, sorry, Control Resonant at the release, I am so interested in either way that you play that game. Be it, I'm just going to dive in, or I should catch up. Either of those is fascinating to me in a wide variety of ways. Because if you're like, I want to catch up, I'll just tell you right now, not as much as you think, but you would want to catch up really hard.
So my tease of Control 1, my tease of course, well, Max Payne 1 too, I'm going to say like that. Goes
Everybody
back.
knows Max
Fucking
Payne
nice.
1
Yeah.
and 2.
Yes.
Those games are great.
But more so in the Alan Wake stuff, like because a lot of what y'all have described has been narrative based, and the whole and the writing and the elements of how the universes wrap in together. It seems like the lore here is interesting enough that I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would just dive in cold. I think I would go back and try to catch up on what's going on, but not necessarily by like getting through the full games. I'm thinking more just like, checking out summaries of what happened and pulling a Clemps Drakengard style on what the previous games were about and what was connected. Because it seems like it's cool story. If it was like fucking whatever, just jump in and you'll figure it out as you go and it's dumb shit, then no. But it seems like it's cool. So I just know that like I realistically I'm not gonna have the time to go catch up on all of those previous Remedy games. Um, but
There's only one that actually really matters to Control Resonant, and that's Control.
right, okay.
It's direct prequel.
And look, like at the end of the day, if the interest were stronger with the previous games they made, I would have already done it. That's the reality of it. There's an invisible meter here, which is, yeah, you got to make me give a fuck enough to bother, and it needs to hit that point. I'm seeing something that looks cool here, so I want to see what's going on.
I have to like kind of wrestle with this. I remember Chris Wolfhart on social media a long time ago was like, when people come to him and say, "Hey, I'm really interested in game 15 in this series. What should I go back and play to get ready for it?" His response is, "The one you just told me, because if you try and go back and do that, you will burn out immediately because you don't care about any of those games and you'll never get to the thing you're interested in." And like that has, now that I'm an adult, that has totally started to happen to me. I look at Trails and I've tried, oh man, Trails Through Daybreak or whatever the fuck, it looks cool. But I obviously have to go back and play the 19 prerequisite games in the Trails series before I play the new one so that I know what the fuck is going on. And then I get like 6 hours into Trails in the Sky and I go, it's pretty good. And then don't touch it again for months.
Somewhere out there, and I say this as somebody who, you know, regularly am like, yo, don't skip JoJo parts. That shit's great. Somewhere out there is somebody who's dying on the hill that you must play Zone of the Enders 1 in order to enjoy Zone of the Enders 2.
Oh, no one, dude. Like, so not even
someone
not
is out
even,
there fighting for that half an hour.
Not even Kojumbo believes that. That's why he put a little movie at the beginning of Zone of the Enders 2 that's like, here's what happened.
I bet we can find one. It's like, no, the movie doesn't include this feeling. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Or go watch one of those.
Zoe 1's crazy because like there's really little in Zoe 1. It's a really bare bones game.
I watched one of those animes and I don't remember which one it was. Like,
I think I also did, and I don't remember a single detail.
It's crazy.
Just right through.
Okay, Total Warhammer 40K.
This is the so when that happened, I texted your friend and mine, Bricky, over at Bricky, and I asked him if his penis was okay, and he said no.
Oh, okay. So okay, but was this not super telegraphed?
So this is one of those things.
Kind of like
hold on.
Yeah.
They have had the Warhammer Fantasy license for like a really long time, right? Like the Total Warhammer thing has been going on for like 8 years now. And like every time they're like, "Hey, are you going to do 40K?" They go, "I don't know. Seems like it'd be pretty hard. We don't know if we'd ever do it." And like every time new stuff would come out, everybody be staring like, "Do you think they're using this as like a fucking test to do like 40K?" So I don't know. And the other thing is that 40K is broadly more popular than the fantasy one. And there's always been this worry that Games Workshop doesn't want 40K to be a massively popular video game strategy game because it would actually interfere with their toys.
With the toy sales.
So it was always like, I don't know. But now that it has happened,
but it's the most popular thing they own, right?
Yeah. So this is the thing that like everybody wanted, and now they're gonna do it. And now we've calmly segued into, oh man, I hope Total Warhammer 40K is one of the good Total War games, because that is like a coin flip.
Oh no. Okay. Because I just, knowing that Total Warhammer existed and they cowards didn't call it Total Warhammer because I guess branding is important.
I saw the interview where they were asked that, and they're like, "I understand why you call it Total Warhammer. People in the office also call it Total Warhammer. But here and now, I am telling you the official title of the game is Total War Warhammer."
Yeah. maybe it's one of those things where, like, from the outside, I'm like, oh, this is popular and this is one of those things. Therefore, the bigger name, they'd probably do that eventually. But I also remember a time when it was like, so World of StarCraft any day now, right?
Any day now.
So if it's one of those situations, then I get it.
I would really like that game to be cool. I would really like that. That'd be great.
Do you think it was real when they zoomed in from the ground level to the space level?
No, I don't think anything in that thing was real.
Okay. Because it's like
A Total War gameplay demo isn't real unless it runs like shit, dude. And they go, we're gonna clean that up later, and it's just chugging. But they're like, look how many little dudes there are.
oh, you got to get the fucking is it Homeworld? Just space chugging and yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Mega Man Dual Override.
Mega Man's back from the dead. Inafune's stink has finally come out of the couch.
And they're long sending it 2027. Not even gonna try for next year.
Sure.
Looks pretty simple.
Mega Man.
Looks pretty basic. He's jumping, he's shooting, and there's a part of me that when I see this, and I'm like, I know they made the classics of like in retro style, going on with like 10, 11, and so on. He's been dead for so long that you kind of understand the need to just bring back a simple Mega Man game and just make sure it does what people want it to do. But there's that little bit at the end of the trailer where you see the little like it opens up, and then of course there's the recent secret level like shorts and stuff, and you're kind of like, I hope there's there's something in here that's like new and kind of a fresh take on whatever it's going to be, while also reintroducing the Blue Bomber.
You know what I want?
Mm-hmm.
I want the same take. I don't want a fresh take.
Okay.
I want the same take as ever.
I think the understanding of when you're coming back from the dead, you need to just reestablish what the fuck this is. So it's probably going to be just that.
So I hope I'm attributing this correctly. I think I saw Mom say this, but I'm not 100% sure. But it might be like the most cataclysmically pessimistic take I've ever seen about anything, which is like Capcom has to put out a new Mega Man game because there aren't enough, like the 35 to 45-year-old male demographic that buys Mega Man hoodies is starting to dry up because there hasn't been a game in so long. And it's just like, oh, God damn it.
Every one of those kids that was in the commercial for Mega Man Anniversary Collection from the fucking early aughts back in the day going, Mega Man, they all have mortgages now. Think of that trailer where they're showing kids way too young to play those super hard games. But when the GameCube collections came out, they're all fucking taking out their 30 to 40, possibly even 50-year mortgages. What I'm thinking too as well is like, don't fuck with it. Don't go too nuts with it. But something that would be something kind of like when Kirby 64 came out, for example, and it was like, yo, it's Kirby, it's fucking Kirby. You can use two powers together to make a third power. Yeah, like make some great level designs, make some great music. And run like one extra little depth bit on like the powers or whatever you're doing in the game. Something like that, but basically just reestablish run, jump, shoot, etc. Another thought I had, and I mentioned this while we were watching it, was like, I remember the me that specifically back in the day was like, what if Mega Man X is Mega Man 10? And
I remember that.
And the timeline of the old Mega Man games branches into the new ones because Mega Man had to kill Wily and he didn't want to do it. And X is, there's a branch to how we get from one to the other. And
I remember that.
And are we ever going to see it, And then we moved way past that point. And I like, do I still kind of want that little branch game to exist though?
You would.
You know, I'm like, I understand that was the me, that was the young, edgier version of me that was super like, no, it's all got to be connected, and a part of me still kind of wants to see it. I'm not gonna lie, it's in there. I can accept a world where we go X is X, Mega Man's Mega Man, 0, etc., and so on. You know, trigger's trigger, but. What if Bloodborne Demon Death's Dark? Yeah, it's dumb.
What if, dude? What if Ronnie makes a Bloodborne? Think about it. Do you remember that?
Well, now with Night Rain,
who the fuck knows? And then none of that shit matters. None of like that shit doesn't matter.
Tell you what fucking does matter.
What's that?
The most excited I got, I think, watching watching the TJs in general, coming in pretty dead and tired, and you know, overall trying to keep my optimism from crusting over. You show me a fucking KOTOR 3 something, and I'm gonna raise all my eyebrows up. Fate of the Old Republic. I just want the optimism. I just want it. Maybe this is gonna be super sick though, because KOTOR was sick.
They didn't show anything though.
They didn't show anything, and they just today were like Jason Schreier was like, yeah, you might not see this shit till 2030, and then Casey Hudson
was like, no,
you're gonna
and offered nothing. It offered nothing. Like,
yeah,
no,
he said, hey guys, he said, hey guys, I'm getting old. I feel like we're gonna see it before 2030. yeah, I don't know, but I just, for the optimism to not just fucking husk out, the idea of a really cool KOTOR 3 is very exciting, given how awesome KOTOR 1 and 2 were. End of thought. That's it. It's just that simple. I know that he only did 1 and then the Mass Effect games, but I'm just looking and going, man, fuck, I loved KOTOR, and I didn't think that was, like, KOTOR 2 in particular was some of my favorite shit in Star Wars. I hope this is fucking awesome.
You know what I would really like for Casey Hudson to come out and say? I would really, really like for Casey Hudson to come out and say, hey, we're working on FOTOR. FOTOR is going to be a game. Maybe if it does crazy well or whatever, we can make some afterwards. But we are not writing or planning this as a trilogy.
Right.
Because speculation about Mass Effect's writing caused Casey Hudson and the other guy, Mark Waters, to ruin Mass Effect 3's ending, to change it up, to subvert expectations. So let's all just not speculate about this at all. Let's just, Mac Walters, yeah, let's just all let him write what they, ooh, I didn't guess it, ooh, I promise, ooh, it's a big secret. I could never figure it out.
And yeah, if the name is what it implies here, you know, I don't know how far the Tor timeline goes into the Old Republic time, you know, into the.
I don't know if that even matters.
But I'm.
Oh no, wait, the Old Republic is actually like way after, I think.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, my understanding is that you get the KOTOR games, and then you get the Old Republic, and then you get thousands of years, and then High Republic starts, right? So if this is named Fate of the Old Republic, then I think the assumption is going to be like, this will be the end of the transition into whatever, you know, High Republic stuff is going to be. Because I mean, I could also see the interest in being like, hey, we created a new arc and we're filling it in with content. We probably want to set the pieces in motion to show you what that's going to be. So yeah, it would be nice if this wasn't a trilogy or anything like that. Just like, no, just make one for one, and let it be a solid game like the previous ones were, unfettered by unburdened by what has come before. and and maybe, just maybe, in its wake, um a little floating ducky of Quantic Dream will get drowned and drop to the bottom of the ocean and be
Oh man, that
forgotten.
shit. We still haven't heard zero nothings about that Star Wars game, huh?
Just let the light of this blow Quantic shit out of the fucking water.
Well, I mean, it'll be easy to blow them out of the water if they never surface.
Skeleton rotting at the bottom.
Whatever happened to that? That's been announced for like 3 years. We've seen zero, like nothing.
I want to say there have been the most recent announcements have been, hey, it's not canceled announcements, and we're hiring announcements, not more than actual content and or anything tangible. But they promise it's happening though. And you know what? I mean, hey, over here in Montreal, should put some feelers out and see what stinks. See if I could sniff around a little bit. Anyway, there was a couple other things. Do you? I don't know if you were interested in Ontos at all, but Soma people, creepy stuff.
Which one's that?
Soma, creepy visuals, rat trap, brain.
Yeah, look cool. Yeah,
Proper. There's some horror stuff happening there.
I got to be honest. I was like, cool, and then it was like from people who made Soma. I'm like, oh, okay, like that. That was what got my brain activated.
Yeah,
where I was like, I like Soma. Soma was really, really good. It's the best game they ever made.
There were some creepy ass visuals in that trailer that were like, oh yeah, you got some good brain horror going on here. And then what was the next one? Order of the Sinking Star. I'm curious to find out. That's the Jonathan Blow. And
yeah,
see, yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't have anywhere near the Venom. Because I'm like, I liked Braid, and I never finished The Witness, but like it.
Well, it's easy to not have the Venom if you've never heard Jonathan Blow speak over the past 5 years. But if you have, you would be like, oh, I hope this game wasn't made with vaccines or seed oils.
Oh, damn it, man. Yeah, okay. I'm just going off of. I'm going off of Braid.
Make sure to keep the game away from your phone so the 5G doesn't make it gay.
No. You can't retroactively make Soulja Boy the protagonist, man. You can't do that.
I know, right?
You can't do that. That's not okay. But I'm curious to see what the twist or the bit's gonna be, because obviously whatever you see with the front of the thing is not actually the thing. And then whatever he does too, I'm imagining there is a 10 years in the making long, the secret and or thought that's being explored with a very simple at first appearing game, but secretly you're learning some other shit.
You know what I really like about guys like Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow? I really like that they pioneered this kind of like, look, that there's like a big secret, and the secret is that I've taken a pretty decent idea for a game and I've layered it onto a pretty mediocre idea for a game. And when you find that mediocre idea, you'll be so surprised that you won't notice that it's kind of mid.
I need a game industry where there are pretentious creators trying to do shit and just throwing it out there and seeing what happens and seeing if it crosses the line. I need that. That's an industry that I want to exist. I want people throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Just maybe not their opinions on on vaccination, perhaps. Fucking Christ. And then I had to use the bathroom, so I ran out. But then I watched after the fact Bradley the Badger. because I didn't.
That game looks really cool.
Yeah, I didn't know. I saw a Badger mascot and I was like, okay, whatever. I'll fucking, we'll whatever this is. And then I came back and then people were like, actually, that was pretty interesting. So I went back and I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it actually does look pretty interesting. I like the idea of just a parody platformer. Haven't had one of those in ages.
Fourth wall breaking, talking to the viewer, pulling out texture tests, and switching genres. Badgerborn, Last of Us, all that shit. So yeah, parody. Probably gonna have tons of mechanics, for just a second to make the bit, and then switching it up. And then I don't know what that live action segment was meant to imply, but like I was like, are you going to do a actual first person realistic segment? And it's like, no, this is live action.
That'd be cool.
And then it's like, are we gonna become a furry simulator? Because that's new tech. That's a new world we haven't explored through the eyes of the mask. If you're gonna become a badger in real life, we already this
I don't want to be a badger in real life, Wooly.
Well, this is explored territory, and guess what? Doesn't give a shit. Two badger are going to be a badger. If we're jumping into real life here, there's a very clear framework for how to be an IRL badger. Let's see if they explore it. What the fuck was Stupid Never Dies? Like,
Stupid Never Dies?
I saw that and I was like, oh, is this Lollipop Chainsaw 2?
Everybody thought that.
It has the aesthetics. And it has the high school, the boyfriend and girlfriend, the cheerleader bit, the bubblegum pop. And it's like, nah, this is from former Devil May Cry people and, Capcom staff. And it's just something else. But here's a zombie boyfriend doing action game shit. So let's see what it is.
I would like to see more of that game. They didn't show actually a whole lot of it. But I would like to see more.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the way about it. I feel almost like seeing the Control stuff, where I'm just like, oh, cool, that's the genre I like. This aesthetic is, looking pretty cool. Let's see what's going on. What was the team name? Did we get a team name on that too for this?
I don't think we did. I'm looking at like a web page and I don't have any team name here either.
Yeah, because it just said, former
developer is GP Track 50 Inc.
Right. Okay.
Who are making Stupid Never Dies.
Devil May Cry devs, Resident Evil devs, Dragon Dogma devs. Yeah. Former Capcom staff all around. Then there was what else was interesting? Orbitals looks fucking cool. That was the one that had the 80s anime aesthetic in 3D.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
Loved how well realized that was. And they definitely seamlessly switched to like actual animation, like 2D animation that was like a retro anime style, and then cell shaded 3D animation that was low frame rate but still kept the aesthetic. What a fucking awesome visual. So yeah, 3D platformer doing what so the first time I saw Oni, or Shogo, like the old PC anime games, this is what I thought I was looking at. Right. Or Fear Effect even, right? Years later. Like, it gets closer, but it's not quite exactly there. But this is as close as I've seen it. This is really, really well done. Because it's almost got the same vibe that that Sonic game I played, a Sonic Robo Blast 2. Where you're rotating the camera, but the 3D model is like only updating on the cardinal directions,
It's like 2D, it's like a sprite.
It's great. All right. Then there was the Divinity trailer. And
very cool, extraordinarily graphic.
That trailer was fucked up. I was like, for a non-gameplay thing, I was like paying attention to the narrative and how dark that was. I don't know anything about the setting of Divinity, but
There's lizard people
Okay. But
and
like
skeletons.
you're seeing this dude burning at the stake, you know, so to speak, and then you're like, "Oh, this is a fucked up like society of like
Yeah,
celebrating, you know, the torture of people and so
yeah,
on."
burn that guy.
And then you see the goop coming off of him and you're like, "Oh no, wait. I think they're right to burn him though."
That was a really cool trailer that made everyone real excited, and I have a suspicion that Sven over at Larian wishes that that was the only news we had about Larian this week.
Well, perhaps the excitement for that trailer was a little too high, and perhaps we needed to cool the jets down a little bit by opening our mouths when we didn't even
Yeah.
have to open them.
We'll get to that in a minute.
I guess
But
so.
let's finish up the roundup.
Saros, aka
AKA Sun Returnal.
Returnal 2.
Returnal to the Sun. What if the sun was evil? I really hope so. Like, Returnal's a great shooter. It is a very bad roguelike. I would like this to be a similarly good shooter and a better roguelike.
Yeah.
That is my hope.
Yep, that'll work. Also, you know, as people that make fun of terrible names for games, this is not at all in that category. But when Saros, I'm seeing a trailer for that at the same show that I'm seeing one for Ontos.
Yeah.
And I want to say there was a third game that was kind of in that naming space.
Blorbos?
I feel like there was a third thing in there. I kind of was like, which one was which again?
So the longer that names go on, the less good names we'll get. And that's how we get Bryden. That's how we get little baby Bryden.
Oh, okay. I was like, was that announced? Was Bryden announced at the TGA?
I'm making fun of the glut of slop names for the children.
Okay, so no, the third game I was thinking of. So there was Ontos, and then there was Saros, and then there was Solasta 2.
Okay, so Solasta actually already exists.
No, I know it's a sequel to an existing thing. Yes.
Yeah,
but not something that I knew.
Extremely strange game because it's Solasta was not Baldur's Gate 3.
Boy, did it look like not
a D&D game.
Boy, it looks like not Baldur's Gate.
And Solasta 2 is not Baldur's Gate 3, but also includes like Devra Weil in it.
So it's so not Baldur's Gate that like even the character faces look like they're from the same engine.
It's really crazy.
That's
what was
weird. That was what I was impressed by. I'm like, no wait, your actual faces look like they're coming out of
Ben
it.
Starr also, yeah.
Oh god, Ben Starr will do anything for money.
I recently saw a little interview with Ben Starr in which they're like, what is your like long-term goal as an actor? And he's like, I want to be the spokesperson for Terry's Chocolate Oranges. And I'm like, yeah, Ben! Fuck yeah! I fucking love a chocolate orange.
So chatting with Gianni about being one of the voice actors that just yucks it up with their character and becomes the meme and endears the character even more than the source material does. He had a very astute observation, which is like, because I was pointing out how awesome that is and how Alex Lay saved Luke, how Ben Starr is absolutely crushing it in every role he's taking, and how Gianni's doing wonders with all of his memes and everything. And I want that for everything. And then he's like, yeah, well, maybe not all the time can the developer let any voice actor do what they want and have fun with it.
That's true.
And he's like, you're a Devil May Cry fan, aren't you? I was like, oh,
that's true.
And then you're like, yeah, okay, well, just, can we have nice things sometimes though? Can we establish that the bit will be solid and then take the limiters off and let the voice actors go? Yeah, it's a dangerous game we play, and sometimes some devs are like, nah, you cannot speak as our characters officially. You get fuck off. You do what we tell you to, and that's it. And it's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Um. So there was that. There's Lenny Kravitz for some reason.
Oh, he's a famous person.
Yeah.
He's in the Hitman game.
Yep. And it's like, move over. Where's your daughter? She's cool. She's cool. She was in Batman.
Lincoln. I don't know.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz. She's great.
Is that the Catwoman?
Yep.
I gotta say, Wooly, the phrase "move over, where's your daughter?" not great. Someone will say that to you one day, and then you'll be ready to throw hands.
Oh boy. See, but also Lenny Kravitz is like literally the walking fucking Giga Chad face. Like he actually has the Giga Chad face. And
yeah, he kind of does, yeah.
And it's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, hey, it was Leon. He is back. RE9.
This might be the least shocked I have ever been about anything to do with Resident Evil, and that is a lot of things I've been unshocked by.
Well, isn't the real reveal him pulling the fucking chainsaw out? You know?
No.
Okay.
No, because he's taking it from a chainsaw man during the kill animation.
Okay. Well, he's got...
No, the real reveal is if Sherry's his new contact on the phone.
Ah, aged up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? The little Dante stubble.
It's good to see that Leon, despite being over 50 years old, has not suffered from twink death.
I am enjoying watching these pretty boy characters going unk. You know?
Yeah.
I like that. I want that on more of these characters over time as Capcom throws a little bit of fucking
there is
stubble.
Like, I gotta say, there's like a absolutely wild amount of sexism in the Resident Evil for this purpose. How old's Leon and Chris? I don't know, in their 50s or whatever. Get a new girl. Get a new girl for the character.
Well, no. What you got to do is you got to bring Ada back and have her like Chun-Li with just brighter amounts of like little details on the makeup. It just gets a little stronger, but her face is pristine. You know? That's all. Ada's looking as great as she always has. Just...
Do you know why that is? Do you remember that interview?
No.
Okay, so in Resident Evil 6, Leon looks kind of bad, and Ada looks like immaculate. Like not a single day has passed since Resident Evil 2.
Nothing.
And there was an interview in which they were asked, like, "Hey, so how come Ada looks like she hasn't aged a day?" And the response from, I think it was the director or one of the producers, was like, "We thought about making her look her age, but instead we decided to make her attractive."
Oh, okay, I was wondering, but yeah, no, that checks out. Mm-hmm. Yep. There was a discussion, and we decided, actually, instead of, yeah.
Oh, man.
Fuck, dude. That's so brutal.
I would rather hear that brutal than some little ditty dance around.
Oh, the
bullshit.
bones, the CG, the 3D bones are too hard to animate.
You know how it is. Yeah.
You know, this.
Like, he couldn't even just say she's aging really well.
Listen. All right. As someone who like thinks that you could have some fucking sick older characters that are dope as hell. Ambessa, for example, is crushing it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
They said it with their full chest, and there's nothing I can do about that.
I think. And like, so people who haven't beaten all 4 Resident Evil 6 campaigns wouldn't know this, because why would you? That game sucks. Resident Evil 6's core storyline is about a guy simping over Ada Wong so hard he blows up the earth. Like, that is, and that I'm serious. That is like actually not a joke, really, for realsy, the plot.
So she needed to be pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And also remember, Jill got infected with the T virus and then got mind controlled by Wesker, so she's not aging.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
which is
Mhm.
why Jill gets to come back and Claire and Rebecca don't.
So just being Asian defeats the T virus. Just straight up perfect condition. Um, no, I would like to see if they're gonna show any other characters aged up at any point. You know,
Nah, it's gonna be those two. They might show like
on comm.
Sherry
You said on
on comms.
comms, right? On
Yeah,
comms. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Oh man. Um. All right. What else was there? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there was of course the Expedition 33 stuff and the Swithreep.
The sweet threep.
I appreciate picking the whole fucking gang up, putting them all in the baguette outfit, and taking over the 2 rows of that audience.
Very sweet.
Awesome. Very, very cool. It was nice to see Lorient Testard on stage and getting to just from SoundCloud to here, you know? Enjoy
It's
it.
really interesting to see the level of confidence from Lorient on stage playing his guitar compared to the level of confidence of him reading his speech. It was absolutely fascinating to see him jamming out and Bobby,
in
and
your
then him
element.
reading his speech like clearly terrified of public speaking.
No, it was charming, you know? It was just like he's in his element when he's got the
Mhm.
instrument in his hands. Pragmata again, yeah. You can the demo out April 24th.
It's good. It's a good demo. When
how
you
long?
beat the demo, it actually unlocks new features in the demo to be like, oh yeah, go through it again once or twice.
Nice. How long was it?
20 minutes tops.
Oh.
And then my second run was 8 minutes.
Oh, like a demo.
Yeah, no, it's a demo.
Okay, I guess we've gotten spoiled on a couple of like chunk of the game previews.
Yeah, no. That can't be the standard.
No, but you really get a feel for if you're gonna spend the money or not, you know?
Oh, I did. Like, I mean, the core gameplay's solid.
And you know,
the game looked good.
And then there was like Dragon's Dogma where it was like, go fucking play a bunch of that shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your save even.
We tricked you. Best part of the game.
No, me spreading disease to your save file is the best part of the game.
Yeah, actually. No, that's pretty good. I like that.
And then we got to see the new Warframe trailer with Werner fucking Herzog.
I'm a big fan of like seeing a trailer or something and you just go, is that fucking blank? Like there's just a weird pick.
I cannot understand for the life of me why the Tenno are not excited for the inauguration of Barack Obama.
Well, that's a pretty solid Werner Herzog impression. That was way better than I thought was going to come out of your mouth.
Why are you here, sir? What is going on? How did they get you?
You should reach out to Reb and see if you can do some pickup lines for Werner. Like,
if in case he can't, sure thing.
Yeah.
The most depressing fucking Warframes I've ever seen in my life.
Way better than I thought. What the fuck?
And then they showed off some more Soulframe.
I actually missed that because I was peeing, but that's fine.
It was the Founders teaser.
We're all, whoa, I missed. Okay, we're doing that now.
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
So Founders is what you get for, these types of games in which they'll be like, hey, this is a free to play game, but do you want to buy it so that you get something that no one will ever be able to get but you?
Oh, okay. Truly a founder of yes, early adoption.
So like Founders people in for Warframe got access to Excalibur Prime, which was
that's the poster boy,
mascot,
isn't it?
Tenno.
Yeah, that's the fucking box.
Yeah, except you can't get Excalibur Prime ever. No one can get Excalibur Prime ever again.
And there's no reopening that crypt.
Nope.
Okay.
So what they did is like 6-7 years later, they released Excalibur Umbra, which was not Excalibur
Right, right,
Prime.
right, right, right. Because you can't take away the benefit of the people who did show up for it. Yeah, no, you got to get it in there. There you
Yeah,
go.
you gotta get the hand.
You got to do it. Yep. Let them know.
I saw the most dire 6-7 of all.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lady asking her toddler what Jesus was doing, and it was a photo of Jesus like this. And the baby goes, Jesus is doing 6-7. And I'm like, this is the best, actually. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't get it at all. And then I saw that, and I'm like, this is the funniest shit ever. That like
Full circle. All right. All right, culture. All right, humanity. We're going to be okay. We're going to make it. We're doing good. So does this mean then that it's like no matter how this game actually turns out, you gotta fucking get in there on the founders shit in case it's super good and you have the extreme FOMO later when you're never gonna get a shot at it?
And it's extra smart because right at the beginning of these games is by far the worst time to get in. Like the best time to get in is in like 18 months. Oh, there's no exclusives in Soulframe Founders? Am I just completely going off of the Warframe? So, let's check it out.
I was going to say the reward for having faith in the unfinished product is
become a Soulframe Founder.
Is you get access to that exclusive shit. You trust
$130.
You trusted us when no one else did.
Oh yeah, this access to Founder merch store. Weird. Very strange.
Okay. Now again, these are everything that they make is free and thus relies on these types
Freemium.
of purchases, right? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, you know, that changes the framing a little bit. Like you're not coming in full price off the rip and looking for your content.
Yeah. I would not suggest anyone try that. I would suggest people just download Soulframe and play it and see if they like it. That's my advice.
Sounds like someone that doesn't have Excalibur Prime.
I don't. I don't, man.
Sounds like fucking. Sounds like bitch fucking.
Yeah, guess what? Yeah. Excalibur Prime isn't even that good anymore. Excalibur Umbra, objectively better.
Oh, okay.
And also, fuck that shit. It's all about Inaros.
Can you
I love it.
Can you glamour in it?
Bro? Oh, you mean like make you look like a different frame?
Mm-hmm.
No,
because it's part of the whole point, right? Is like you get the frame and do the thing, so it trivializes it too much, I imagine. Okay. Then last little bits, Invincible Versus revealed fucking an avatar. No, revealed Korra. You know, like I like.
Oh, hey, I said something mean about that game when that character got unveiled.
What?
And the mean thing that I said is that I think you might have chosen the wrong franchise to make your fighting game license out of if you have had to resort to making original characters before the game is even out.
So Arxis disagrees, but Arxis usually does an OC that blends in nicely, fits the world, and complements things, whereas Elemental over here is coming in as the character that probably has the most unique kit because she's not a flying brick. She's got element bending, essentially, and they need something like that because they're desperate for power diversity. I don't blame, you know, I guess Amazon Prime or whoever, I guess they're holding the Invincible license. Like, I get the idea of wanting to do something Invincible related like this, but yeah, maybe a fighting game wasn't it, man. You know, maybe the answer was Dispatch, you know?
Maybe it really was.
But yeah, look, we'll wait for
Dispatch. Pretty good, man.
It's fucking good. Look, let's wait for the and look, you already had Aaron Paul lined up, you know?
Dude, I can't wait for like the top team to be like 3 Viltrumites. Like hey, do you know what hey, what's the top tier team, and is it 3v3 or 2v2?
It's 3v3.
Okay, it's going to be Mark Invincible, Omni-Man, and the old bitch with the knife hair. And that's it. That's going to be top 8 and fucking whatever.
Nah, I'm going to say it's going to be Angstrom Levi and 2B and 9S.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's going to be the top tier team,
man,
actually.
Super good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And as for why they showed up, I just explained it in the team.
Yeah. Okay. But okay.
Right? He opens portals.
Okay. He's a portal guy?
He's a portal guy.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Is that the guy who looks like Yakub?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. It's so weird that there's a guy that looks like Yakub, man.
Anyway. Hey. Looks like Marvel Rivals is like pulling out the stops and going for all the faves. So you're hitting Gambit, Rogue, and going straight to Deadpool.
Great.
Yep. Smart move.
I wish that game's spell had not been broken for me. I really do. That game's spell was smashed to bits. I didn't finish one of the fucking seasonal Chinese battle passes, and I went, oh, I can't get everything now. I'm done. And I deleted it and have yet to boot it ever again.
Sorry, there's a lot of Invincible Nation of Islam memes and
oh, are there? Oh, okay. So it's not okay. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, no. What broke the spell? Sorry.
I missed out on some costume from the Chinese New Year event,
and that was it.
And then I'm like, oh, I can't get everything, so it's ruined.
But but they just announced they're bringing some of them back. Like if you missed the Vampire Hunter Wolverine, you can go get it, and like a couple of other things are cycling back in now.
Can I get all of them forever?
I think they're doing a bunch of them for like Christmas season.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The other thing is that I actually really this is a Pat problem. Like that is not, I'm not the only person who feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
This one is purely a Pat problem. I want to play Marvel Rivals on my PC with a controller, but I don't want to have to deal with mouse and keyboard players whooping my fucking ass. So like I should actually just be playing it on console, but all my consoles are in the office.
So when I was playing a bunch of it, I would remember watching, there's tutorials on like getting good enough at movement to like with a controller to really compete and be solid, and you know, like things about how to use cursor tracing and aim and all that stuff. But it takes effort, it takes time, you got to put work in beyond just like inherent twin stick aiming, you know. But but I think no, they're doing a round of bringing back old costumes now and bringing out Deadpool and stuff, and like, yeah, to be fair, it's like it's season 6, right? Like this is something where it's like the game's been around for a minute now, and you know they're still doing pretty solid cosmetics across the board.
Oh, absolutely. I'm looking at I'm Not Daredevil Halloween costume, sorry, Christmas costume for Daredevil, which is awesome.
So yeah, I think the fact that they're just pulling out all the stops and bringing out the big faves at this point makes a lot of sense. I know they'd never get Ryan to actually voice Deadpool in this type of situation, but you know, he does a good job of it, so it would have been fun, but it's fine. And then as the show came to a close, we had a woman in a top hat with her sniper rifle just pull.
broke. I gotta export my file.
All
You want to
right.
go be right back for a sec?
BRB. Actually, let's take our break.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. BRB. right. We got half giggles, but not full on laughs.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting half giggles. That's as far as we can go right now.
Okay.
That's a milestone. So
Okay.
so as soon as you get anything like it, it's I know Punch Mom's working hard to try to get a full one going, but it's work. You gotta hit those mines to see if you can get a full one. Why are you confused? You look perturbed.
What are you, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about my daughter.
Okay, because we were segueing when we left from then we got a lady on hat on stage and then we took a break. And so now you go, we got half giggles. And I'm like, what did the lady giggle about at the
I went
like I just
I
teleported
went
forward.
in the bathroom break. I went downstairs and I smelled some baby.
Yeah.
And in the process, the update is that we're getting close to a full giggle, but we don't have full giggles yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but I did, when I was looking up milestones, see that like getting the beginnings of a giggle is in and of itself a milestone.
Oh yeah, dude. So you got to be careful with that milestone stuff. You got to be really, 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 really careful with that milestone stuff because they're all approximate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a checklist.
Mm-hmm.
Your kid could be way ahead on this one and way behind on this one, and that doesn't mean your baby's got a problem. It just
No.
means they've decided to focus on one thing or another.
It's not a checklist, but the CDC put out an app that is a literal checklist.
Yeah, I know.
That you actually check off box by box.
Yeah. Now, of course, my kid is like way ahead on all of his milestones because he's a genius.
Clearly.
But like I'm trying not to make other parents of other babies feel as bad because not all their children can be a genius like our children.
No, that's it's important to keep that in mind, yeah. And you're looking at like that 6-year-old that's about to submit their doctorate and you're just like, took you long enough. Quick word from our sponsors.
I love our sponsors.
This week, the podcast is sponsored by Hero Forge. And if you are getting your tabletop gaming going, then you should know about Hero Forge because they are the best place you can turn to for your miniatures. Super cool stuff. In fact, last time I was showing off what was possible. I usually showed off like I made a little quick woolly that was, me was a monk with the dreads. I got a little miniature going and that was kind of cute and all of the details are in there. But then I got to see what happens when you put some time into the lab. And shout outs to Prawn Zone, who over on the subreddit made these incredible CSB themed miniatures. In fact, let me pull up.
Can I see it?
Yeah. So I was doing what I could with, a very brief, quick peruse of the system, but then you got this level.
Oh yeah, no way, I saw those.
Right, where you're like, yo, look at the detail. So you got there you go, with boost.
That unbelievable.
Look at that.
He's even got the ugly dog.
With boost. I mean, just incredible stuff from Prawn Zone. Thank you so much. I mean, and then yeah, you got the rotating model as well. Super sick. Like, I could not believe that you could get to that level of detail on it. So Hero Forge is awesome. And you can once you make your miniatures and you pose them, it's basically like a create a character on the website. You get all your details and then you can go and have them printed for your tabletop games. Custom variety of materials, tons of premium unpainted plastic, color standees if you need them, color plastic options. It's really easy to just pick and choose all the different parts, fantasy species, and details for the miniatures you want to make for your games, all right within the browser. And they're 3D printing and sending them to you with all the options, including if you want to get your name on the bottom. New parts being added each week as well. It's a giant catalog. They've got a pretty cool custom dice series of options as well too. So if you want to print out your own like custom D20 with like some perhaps your head or an accessory or some sort of special thing inside as well, you can do that. Plus, of course, that I've mentioned the kit bashing feature. So one of the pro subscription features
jam them together.
is
Yeah.
if you want to get tons, up to 20 extra parts on your miniatures, you can go all out with the detail with kit bashing. Yeah, so if you subscribe, you get that. You get the photo booth, you get the community library, and kit bashing in particular with mood lighting. And the photo booth tool allows you to just like go all out and make super incredible detailed miniatures. So check it out. Pro subscriptions also allow you to access the new items that drop each week early, and they got new armor, new weapons, mounts, familiars, and more on Pro, and you get early access to those as well. They start at $3.99 a month for the Pro subscription. So head to HeroForge.com, give the gift of a custom miniature or custom dice this holiday season. That's HeroForge.com for a custom miniature or a custom dice, perfect for this holiday season. Get your tabletop up to snuff. Check them out. Thank you, HeroForge.
Thanks, HeroForge.
This week, the podcast is sponsored by Shopify, and that is the solution to your online business. If you are trying to figure out how to get started, if you want to figure out how to sell something, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you've got an established business that already is working and moving things, but you just need a little bit of grease to smooth out the process, Shopify is the place to turn. They can help you at your first or your millionth sale, whatever level of business you're at. It's the perfect place to get you all the tools to build out your dream store, to get it integrated into your social media. If you want to track where people are finding your stuff, if what you want to figure out what they're interested in, where they're buying from, Shopify tracks all of that, grows with you. And yeah, as you expand and get into new markets and try to grow from where you are to the next level, they can help you out with tracking things like returns, international shipping, all types of things that don't come intuitively when you get into the basic game of just like, I don't know, selling a t-shirt, for example, like something that we would need to figure out that we had to figure out how to do. So yeah, Shopify grows with you. They've got an award-winning support team as well, and tons of available templates and things to help you with setting up your store and creating a social campaign to reach customers wherever they are. So in 2026, stop waiting, start selling with Shopify. Sign up for the $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/superbeast. Go to shopify.com/superbeast. That's shopify.com/superbeast. Cha-ching is the sound of a sale on Shopify going into the new year. Thanks, Shopify.
Thanks, Shopify.
This podcast is sponsored by ExpressVPN.
I literally used ExpressVPN last night.
Damn straight you did. You got to wrap it up.
My wife was like, I want to listen to the Fallout Season 2 soundtrack, but it is only available in Japan right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? And I said, luckily, we can be in Japan right now, boop.
There you go. You put on that browser condom, and before you know it, you're wherever you want to be, and you're safe.
The only condom.
Castle Super Beast will co-sign that. Listen. Listen. Hey, let's get serious. All right. There's lots of protection out there that is not really protecting you.
Yeah.
And some of it just sucks.
Yeah.
but the kind that you can trust and rely on is
Aside from prayer.
ExpressVPN. And I know you might be thinking, well, hold on a minute. What if I just browse a little bit and then close the window real quick before anything
No.
happens?
No, the devil can see that.
I don't think you have the wherewithal. I don't think you have the fortitude to close fast enough before the cookies are going to get you, before the trackers get you. And next thing you know, all your data has been downloaded and stolen, and your ISP or that weirdo with the Wi-Fi access is selling your stuff off, and you are now getting your identity stolen. And that's not worth it. So you need to not risk. Don't pull into a risky situation. Get yourself the protection. Get yourself ExpressVPN. They're going to hide your IP address. They're going to reroute 100% of your activity online through encrypted servers, best-in-class encryption at that, and your activity is going to be invisible to data brokers, keeping hackers from just getting a hold of your sensitive financial data. Even if you're on an unsecure public Wi-Fi, it's a fortress that'll keep all the nosy ne'er-do-wells out of your business. And then, yes, the added benefit is you get to show up anywhere you want on planet Earth and watch what you want to watch without being told that where you're standing is not allowed to watch that thing. So get access to all kinds of, ghoul early jork report material.
That's correct.
With ExpressVPN, they got 3 different plans that you can customize your VPN experience with. They're rated number 1 by the experts at Verge at CNET and CNET as well. So the ExpressVPN's basic plan starts as low as $3.49 a month, and that's less than 12 cents a day. Protect your online data for cheap, so you can, spend money where it counts on gifts and eggnog, things like that. If you want to get ExpressVPN at its lowest price ever, plus 4 extra months of service, go to expressvpn.com/superbeast. That's a price as low as $3.49 a month, plus 4 extra months of service by going to expressvpn.com/superbeast. Thank you, ExpressVPN.
Thanks, ExpressVPN.
And last but not least, this week, the podcast is sponsored by some of the best goddamn gifts you can get for anyone this holiday season, the Aura Frame. It's straightforward, it's simple. We live in a time where people take a lot of photos on their phone, but you don't really go print them out anymore. You don't really go to the Sears, thing and get a little album done. No one does that. So
no one does that shit.
So you have to look at your phone and scroll through, but no one does that either. So what you want is the spontaneity of just looking at memories and them coming across and being like, oh, whoa, I remember that. And the Aura Frame is how you capture that feeling and how you share that with your family, friends, and loved ones, because it's just an awesome, high-quality digital frame that you sit on your desk or place it anywhere you would place a normal picture frame. And it's going to scroll through your photos. It's going to show you the little movement as well, with like the photos that have a little bit of video tracking to them as well. And you're going to get these just a real simple way to, show your parents what's going on. If you got some things like baby photos, if you got, any adventures, if you're traveling, you can get a gift set up here where you can preload photos for your friends and family. You can have an easy way to upload, and they can upload to their frame as well. You can all share, the same folder. And even if they don't have the app, you can email to the frame as well and get the photo on. So it's pretty convenient. It's not a bright tablet that's sitting there that's just obnoxious in the nighttime. When it gets dark, the screen dims. Even during the day, it's not aggressive. The brightness is just perfect for looking at a picture from a distance. And yeah, when the lights are off and no one's around and it gets dark, it dims and then shuts itself off as well. So it's perfect for just like taking care of itself, cycling through the photos, and you're not going to walk by it without looking over and being like, oh, yo, check that out. And if you do see something, or your parents or friends see something they like, they can just double tap the top to send a little heart for a photo they liked. And, if you have it on the app, you'll get that notification. It's amazing. I super love it. Everyone I've given one to loves it. And it is a perfect holiday gift. So, what you want to do for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off their best-selling Carver matte frame, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code SUPERBEAST at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code SUPERBEAST. This deal is exclusive to our listeners, and the frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. All right. Get in there. Last minute shopping is tricky, but you still got some time. Thank you, Aura Frames.
Thanks, Aura Frames.
Okay. So,
heads up before we keep going, by the way, if you want to hang out with me and Paige tonight, that's on the 16th of December, and watch the first episode of the season 2 of the Fallout. We're going to watch it. We're going to put a little timer in the corner so y'all can
we're going to do
along
Capcom Tech
with your live watch.
Yeah.
What's that?
We're going to do the Capcom Tech, the Street Fighter
Yeah, just me and Paige here, and a little timer down there so you can sync it up.
It's good tech. Okay.
So you can see our eyes go googly moogly when Dagul takes his dick out.
There you
go. It looks all weird.
Okay, so to that extent, we're gonna get a move on over here. That is pretty much as we're arriving to the end of the show. There's a couple announcements left. I said a lady with a top hat showed up and just pulled the brakes on this parade, and I have to say, this is, I think, the single funniest promotional tweet for a new character I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's really funny.
It's the best. Caitlyn.
So you're talking about Caitlyn Kieran or whatever her fucking name is.
Caitlyn, the sniper top hat lady, Vi's girlfriend
from the League of Legends,
from the league, has to no one's surprise been confirmed to be the next character into XKO. And immediately after announcing this and the console release of 2XKO was the tweet going, "Hey guys, we know, and this is the last Arcane character for now."
that feels like mandated by Riot that it has to be half Arcane fighters.
So I'm gonna put that on the team. No, having gotten a chance to chat with a few of those folks and gotten a vibe for the situation, I think the team straight up knows the deal and is like, okay, here we go. This was always the plan. We know. And Uncockable pretty much confirmed it in a little video today that this is always the plan. But Caitlyn was up next, and here she is. Now let's just get past it. It's kind of like when they announced the Nintendo Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I think it was Perrin Kaplan who came out and was like, now get it all out of your system. We know it's super funny, but get used to it.
You know what helped get us out of our system? If they showed what the character looked like and they did cool things. Because now we're sitting in the... So I hate Caitlyn. I hate Caitlyn in League. I don't like Caitlyn in Arcane. I don't like Caitlyn Kieran.
I hate Caitlyn simply based on her Arcane depiction. I have no idea what her League representation is.
Teemo, but with no charm. Okay. So when I'm sitting there, I'm literally sitting there going, there's 300 fucking characters they pick. I'm like literally any character but Caitlyn. And then it's Caitlyn. I'm like, oh, I'm so depressed. But they should show us how she plays, because this is the third trap / zoner long range character in a roster of 12. That is 3 Dalsims in the World Warriors. So that is too many.
So they the video today said something to the effect of get your headshots and you'll be excited to see how she learns how to play or so. And I maybe I was reading a post, or maybe he said something. I might be misremembering, but I thought I saw something that implied she'd play different from what we've already established, knowing.
I would fucking hope so.
So what I will say is that, again, and this is from just chatting with them in person, they were describing the minimizing overlap, is a priority that they have for some of these characters and what's going forward. So you can expect, if you're seeing something like this, I imagine there's going to be a system she has that's pretty different from Jinx and Teemo. I wouldn't be surprised. So I don't know what her kit is though in League.
You want to know what her kit is?
But is it bullets? Is it reloading?
Her kit is shoot a gun, throw down a trap, throw down a net, and shoot a gun.
By
the way, you know the Jinx traps on the ground? Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that.
Like that.
Shoot a gun, like Teemo and Jinx, like that.
Maybe we'll get a cursor like Happy Chaos or Elfelt, she's so boring.
She has no juice.
She's so boring, dude. It's crazy. And here's the thing.
She is a lamer version of two characters that already exist in the game.
But I already didn't like her just as a character moving through the show, and I didn't even know about the top hat. It's so wild. Everything is just way worse going to the source material now. Because I'm like, oh, you are destined to be garbage. It's just such an uninteresting super cop.
In Arcane, the Arcane look for Echo and Jinx and Vi is pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty cool. But their defaults are cool too. Caitlyn's regular look, god awful. When they put her in Arcane, they took away her most recognizable thing, which was her big stupid top hat, and replaced it with a beret and just massively improved the character.
But
the reason why Caitlyn is going to be a fighter in 2XKO
because you got to have the couple.
Increase sales of a mandatory costume.
You got to have the couple in there as a team as well. You can have the
You fucking don't. No one gives a shit.
I'm as we're looking at this, please no more Arcane characters energy. I said it before, but I'm me aside, I think if you had to pull from that well, Ambessa would go over infinitely better.
No, Ambessa is the actual worst pick
because she's too new. Because she skips the line.
Arcane.
She skips the line. Yeah. Okay.
Not because she's new. She is from Arcane. She did not exist in League of Legends until Arcane came out.
I think the idea, okay, so then is the idea, but the fact that you have, it's you're going to get a character from the big franchise that everyone is watching on Netflix because shut the fuck up, too bad.
Yes, okay.
Right? We're shoving it down your throat.
With all remaining characters.
We're shoving it down your throat.
Jace is boring. Jace is just boring. Heimerdinger would be a nightmare in a fighting game. And if they put Victor in, nobody wants Arcane Victor and nobody wants post-Arcane rework Victor. They want old robot Victor.
League. Was his hammer shit interesting?
No. Jace is boring.
Yeah. Okay. There's not much winning here, and I just but the fact that they're immediately heading it off at the pass and going, we know. I think someone pointed out that he said hey, not many announcements to this, but if you're going to be sleuthing, maybe you can pull your magnifying glass out. But behind Unconquerable in the video, there's
there's a Lux
statue. There's a Lux statue and a little
Do you know why there's a Lux statue? Because she's the most popular girl in League.
Okay, so
that doesn't mean much. It's like going to the Capcom offices and going, "Do you know there's a Chun-Li statue over there?" Could that mean that Chun-Li is going to be in Street Fighter 6?
Also, based on the leak list, we already heard,
Yeah, but I could have told you Lux would be in 2XKO within the first year. She's going to be here.
Yeah, it's the order of operations is all we're missing. You
know what would be great? If Lux was in the game and her brother Garen came in during her super and then we can never ever have to worry about Garen ever arriving ever.
Okay,
That would
okay,
be
okay.
cool.
So who's gonna be the May that has the jellyfish pirates at the end, where you just get like 30 League characters deconfirmed
All the
immediately?
losers, all the losers.
Right? Just can we get one screen deconfirmation of everybody with a taunt? Yeah. There's got to be someone. There's got to be someone, you know?
That would be, who would that be?
Who can, is anyone can like
Zillion,
portals
maybe?
or you know, just ghosts of people, just a proper deconfirmer, you know, your Ermac. That would be great. That would be great.
So here's the thing, even before the leak list, it's good to see that like people just inherently know in their stomach who's going to be in this game. Like even before the leak list, I could have told you these fucking people would be here and I would have been miserable about the Caitlyn thing.
But could you imagine like a character that like, let's say, I don't know, someone that could be possessed by the spirits of others or something. I don't know what the mechanic is. But someone who's like, as soon as you see one of their moves show up on this character, you're like, ah!
No, you know what it would be?
Deconfirmed my fave.
If they wanted to do that, what they would do is they would have Viego, the Ruined King, come out, and he would have the ability to summon other characters from the Sunken Isles to attack. So Viego would like have a hook move, but instead it would be Thresh that would come out.
And then,
or they'd have a charge move, but it would be Hecarim that comes out.
And then
or they'd
no Thresh
have,
for you.
projectile, and Callista would shoot the projectile. And I hope that doesn't happen because all those characters are awesome enough to be in the fucking game by themselves.
I mean, I think Thresh, we pretty much fucking like everybody's. Yeah, that's...
Thresh is one of the boys. He's one of the World Warriors in this fucking thing.
I heard a grunt audio file. I heard a. So, and then
that wouldn't be Thresh. Thresh can talk.
Okay, well, there's that. There was a snack sound, and then there was the Riven lady with the break-up sword. You know.
Yeah, she's gonna be in.
The
rest of the year is gonna be Akali, Thresh, Riven.
The only thing worse.
Lux.
The only thing worse than announcing Caitlyn right now is announcing Caitlyn and then her being really good.
That would be worse. She will be really good.
Can you imagine that shit? Now you're new and you're dominating and you're like, I'm getting beat by this bullshit.
I think it would be in, I'm so serious, unlike usually where I like, if new fighting game characters have to be like a certain level of strength, I think they need to take real steps, because a game in which you're running up against, instead of Echo Yasuo, it's Jinx Caitlyn. Or Teemo Caitlyn,
get zoned.
Oh
forever.
My god, that sounds miserable.
Die in the zone. You will die on the other side of the map on the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. And then consoles coming as well, January 2026, and then from the makers of Titanfall, I'm gonna say the word Titanfall a couple more times. Titanfall and Apex Legends comes fucking horseback hero shooter.
Now, what's it called, Wooly?
High Guard.
High Guard. Do you mean Overwatch?
Horsefall.
Do you mean like high like over and guard like watch? Or do you like...
Well, now hold on a minute. Is that a skill in XCOM or...
No, that Overwatch is a skill in XCOM. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, High Guard. Listen. Okay. Horseback first person. All right, what's going on? Don't see that too often. You're going to make that a gameplay mechanic or whatever? Sure. And then the guns come out, and you're like, it's the former Respawn. Like, this is what they do. But did you feel that thing where you're like, what if there were no guns in this game?
So you know what I felt? I felt like I'm watching somebody. I know it's a food analogy, but bear with me. I feel like I'm watching somebody make a nice big plate of mac and cheese, and I go, man, I could really go for a plate of mac and cheese. and they go, what if, hey, you guys like chocolate, right? And they just jam a chocolate bar into it. It feels like every element was chosen separately as a cool thing and then jammed together without any thought at all as to whether or not people who like fancy fantasy horsey riding like techno guns and frenetic action like not wall running, or hero shooters like super fast Titanfall. Like it's
If
just
I
every
were to
element seems to fight every other element.
if I were to tell you that ex Apex and Titanfall devs left to do their own thing, and then you were to look at the timeline of dickery on that franchise, would you not assume that they would literally just go do their version with blackjack and hookers and go, fuck this, we're doing it ourselves and doing what people have wanted?
The version of that announcement is some ex Titanfall and Apex Legends people have decided that they want to make Valorant
like
with horsies.
Like, you know how strung along and fucking dick teased and bullshitted we've been for so long now, and then you leave and you get together and you announce nothing that is anything that fan group was looking for.
When you trade in on a studio name and be like, we've made games like this before, it should look like the games you've made before.
I forget again, and I'm gonna keep forgetting. But what was that FPS where you shot unicorns and fantasy creatures coming out of the portal or whatever?
Legendary.
That sounds that.
You test that?
No, I didn't test it, but that could be it. That could be it. Legendary. Yeah, the Griffin. Yep,
you did test that.
No, I didn't. I didn't. But yes, there's a Griffin and a dude shooting the Griffin with the gun, and some people are going, "Is that a hallucination?" No, you forgot. But I remember because I was like, "Oh, guns and fantasy."
Wait,
right.
Are you thinking of Immortals of Avium?
No, but that's another one. That is another one.
Just straight up cratered on impact. I don't know if you saw that, but it just died instantly.
I'm thinking of the one that was from fucking 2008. Yes, Legendary.
Yeah, that game's bad.
So that's the first time we tried this out. Anyway,
you know what would have been a way more interesting version of this if it was just sci-fi and also fantasy, if characters just were split fully down the middle instead of them being integrated.
That takes a bold vision. That takes and that takes a bold vision. But here, instead of a bold vision, we have High Guard.
Yeah,
so
okay. Cool.
Also, while watching it, I was kind of like, so are we gonna see is the circle gonna start closing? Are we pushing the payload?
Nah, man, that's an old-timey first-person shooter. You shoot guns on the other team.
Well, I mean, there was a big boss-like thing that popped out of a door at some point.
Oh yeah, it'll be PvPvE.
You know, there's stuff happening there.
Like Titanfall, yeah.
Anyway, just and to close the show with it, you know, and then there was Ace Combat 8.
Yeah. It's so sincere.
That's it.
It's so sincere. So Bricky asked me, "Hey, what's your favorite trailer of the whole thing?" And I'm like, "Ace Combat, no question." He's like, "Isn't that just like Metal Gear with planes?" And then I sent him the intro to Ace Combat 7, where does the color of the sky mean anything to you? It does to me a hell of a lot. And he's like, "I did not expect you to, what I got to play Ace Combat."
Let's go. So my burning question was, I'm like, for the amount of fucking hype I get for the music from this series, I'm like, I need to know the name. There has to be somebody I can glaze up here.
No.
His name is Keiki Kobayashi.
Oh right, okay, yeah. You mean the name of the composer?
The composer, and he's the Ace Combat musicman, and this is the name we have to thank for fucking Historia. Ba, ba,
Yeah, man.
ba,
Ace
ba,
Combat
ba.
kicks ass, dude.
So good.
Everyone should play Ace Combat.
Yeah, I don't like it's whatever it is. It's like I feel like the music I've heard from that franchise is easy top 10 all of video game music I've ever heard. Easy top 10. And yeah, there you go. That's our roundup. All right. So fucking AI bullet point roundtable bullshit here, because
all right, you want me to just go for it because I got it all in my head right now.
Just hit the fucking notes.
All right, so Sven Vicky over at Larian does a bunch of interviews today, or he probably did them a couple days ago, in which talks about Divinity and how it'll be turn-based and the usual fluff piece. And then at some point just goes, oh yeah, we're using AI a bunch for concept art and stuff like that. But we're definitely going to always employ real humans, and there's not going to be any AI stuff in front of it. We're just using AI to workshop ideas and use as the basis for concept art for our game, to which people then immediately point out, if concept art is being made by fucking AI, doesn't that mean you're using that as doesn't that mean those designs? To which I was talking to Paige. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for the next interview that Sven does, in which he gets really mad that everyone won't stop talking about the AI use and won't glaze his game or his announcement, and he gets mad that all anyone's talking about is the AI use. So I thought that was going to be in a couple of months. Apparently it was going to be 90 minutes later after the Bloomberg article went out. Correct. At which point he then clarifies, no, guys, the concept artists are obviously drawing all the concept art. We're just using AI for PowerPoints and for reference material. So like, and this is my paraphrase, so like instead of Googling something, the concept artists are using AI to do reference art. And yeah, there was some pushback internally, but I'm pretty sure everyone's on board with it now. Now that sentence, that's a quote. I screwed it up, but like the sentence of, yeah, there's some back and forth, there's some pushback, but I'm pretty sure everyone's more or less okay with it, from the CEO, definitely sounds like a man who told the team that they were okay with it and is super annoyed that this is the only thing anyone is talking about today. And at that point, we have Cromwell, the PR man for Larian, come out and basically just do a shit ton of damage control about how they examined their workflow and they told everyone they were going to do this, and how AI just speeds it up and all this shit. But we're barely using AI and it doesn't go any faster, but also we're using it for this, and it's fine. To which point people were able to find, in like 2 seconds, old Cromwell tweets of him making fun of AI users and saying, hey, the worst person in the world comes up to you and goes, this is how I can improve this with AI. And my takeaway is not that you're a lying asshole because you're a PR person. That's literally your job. That's all you do all day. I am offended that you didn't have the foresight to just type the word into your posts and search to see if someone could so readily mock you with your own opinion in like a minute. And that's your job. Your job is to lie. Lie better. Like, it's so offensive to be lied to bad. I hate it.
Right. You need a tight lie job.
I hate it.
You need a tight lie job.
You think I'm stupid? You think I can't type a word into the internet?
There's always the fucking chaser that comes after this type of thing. And I mean, in this case, I saw something to the effect of people that were ex-Larian employees going, hated that, not a fan of that, didn't enjoy that. So
quit when they started using AI.
So I suppose
Or-
so I guess the idea of the team being on board with it is conditional
the team
to
that
them.
didn't quit. And so, okay, so here's more bullet points. We've got staff that are saying that they literally quit when they started using AI. Then we have people explain that Larian doesn't believe in work from home. So if you want to work at the studio, you have to move to Belgium, which means if you lose your job at Larian, you will have to immigrate from the country if you're from out of the country, which means you have to say you're okay with it.
Otherwise,
because
get
you'll
the
have
fuck
to
out.
leave the country.
Get the fuck out. Yeah. There you go.
On top of that, the hiring is supposedly like labyrinthine and insane. I saw people describing how they did 12 interviews not to get the job, or that Larian requires huge amounts of unpaid labor through test writing phases. And so basically, we're at the period in which we discover beloved independently owned video game company Larian is a company. Period.
What confuses
and that
me?
The desire to foist good feelings on upper management because they made a good game for you is probably mistaken, because you don't know anyone that you don't know. And the follow-up to this, which has straight up ruined my day in the past 3 hours, is that someone sent me a English translated article from a French newspaper in July of this year, talking to one of the artists, or I think it's Guillaume Brush, on Expedition 33, where they actually do ask him about the AI use and the texture that was
the placeholder texture
from Expedition 33, to which point he says, oh yeah, we use AI during the process, but like, we make sure to go over it and take it out. So the game that I've been glazing like a motherfucker for like a year and just won every single game award, in which I predicted it should win every single game award, is part of the problem. And what's worse than that, it absolutely is game of the year. And quality isn't the point, but now I'm emotionally attached to something that makes me upset. So I'm kind of upset about it.
Yep.
I'm kind of devastated and disappointed.
Yep. So in fact, I do believe, however many episodes ago, part of the conversation I was having was, there will be a time where you're not going to know, or something will come along and you'll find out after the fact, and this will be what it is, right? With Larian in particular, it's pretty strange in the sense that, because they, there was the whole like speech about like, supporting the independent creator team, and then the fact and so on. But that same speech also is what confuses me is like, if the details of how you use it are so minuscule towards the actual end result and end product,
why are you using it?
Why even bring this up, right? Why even mention at this point? Like, why even go here?
Says we're not actually saving any time.
It makes no sense, right?
Really weird.
So like, by bringing it up, it's immediately downplaying the role that it plays and how useful it is and what it can or cannot do. And you're saying, okay, it's not being used to end result generate anything creative, but then it's just this insanely minor thing. So it's like, yeah, why even bother? And then you go, is it because there's somebody who wants to hear that word because of investment reasons? But then you go, but no,
and yes, that might be no. But they're independently owned, but they still have investments from Tencent.
Right. And so now I'm thinking back to when they said, okay, so the trick is to be independently owned and to have investors, but to not be beholden to those investors, because that's how you make the game go bad, right? That's how. So basically, the whole thing about we do have outside investors, but we are the ones who decide how we're making our games and where we're going and what we're doing, and we don't have the investors pushing us in any direction and controlling shit like that.
It feels like this is actually genuinely like the CEO's like. But I love it.
Because,
like I want to.
Because I can't understand why you'd make that point about the independence of, the power of your independence, and then go this way, which is the clear say the word, get the cash trend movement, No,
it's really strange because there's been I think there's been 2 sets of clarifications about how AI is not going to be in the game. We just use it to build the scaffolding essentially. And the total inability to understand. Like they're talking about it like it's a legal liability issue, and like no, everyone's being like, no, the tech itself is like inherently immoral and we don't want it to be used and it's not as interesting. And like there's like a really intense disconnect, and no matter how hard you yell or how loud you are, there is a massive hilarious upside to this. And I really mean this is going to be the funniest shit ever. So CEO and PR man come out within an hour of that article coming out to run damage control all day. And I get the feeling that that is very annoying to them, that this is now the topic about Divinity. Like this is what people are going to be talking about Divinity for a while. Well, Divinity is going to go into early access. And part of Larian's early access plan is to sift through user feedback. And if they're annoyed by this feedback, they're going to get really fucking frustrated going through page after page after page after page of take this shit out, start it over, fuck off, to try and get to any legitimate feedback about the game whatsoever. Sven also says that the game will actually it'll be way bigger than Baldur's Gate 3 and it will take 2 years less because of AI, and which I say, I don't think that's going to happen. That sounds like the kind of shit that CD Projekt used to say. Cyberpunk's going to be bigger than ever, and we're going to make it in less time with our own engine. It's, oh, man.
Yeah, I think the conversation is going to, I mean, as it continues, because this is literally just everything every week for as long as we fucking can stand it. I think what's probably going to happen is, more and more, especially like devs of stuff that we know, devs of games we like, things like that. Like the discussion is going to basically start bringing out the nuances of it, where I think right now there's a lot of folks that are, kind of like-minded here, where we're like, okay, fuck this bullshit on a generative stealing first, like first layer of what you're seeing is the direct output of Sora, of fucking Midjourney, any of that shit, right? Where you're just replacing the entire creative process, and then you go further into it, and then there's going to be people who are like, okay, well, fuck that top layer, but it's okay for programming, for using it to simplify code, or for using it to replace Google or searching or whatever. And then you're going to see different layers of that nuance, and then that's going to start to essentially, it's going to make the conversation much more complicated as we go forward. But I know
the line is actually really simple. Is the machine you're using based off of stuff that you fed into it exclusively, or is it based off of stuff that came from the database that it stole from other people? That's the dividing line. Nobody is mad at DLSS, the anti-aliasing resolution technique, because everybody signs up to put their fucking footage into DLSS because it gives you better frame rates. That's it.
The version of that you get is, for example, texture artist who is used to using texture, not necessarily from photos that they went out and took, but from existing resources elsewhere, from existing photos, from places that were, from Googling, from using stock footage, whatever the case is, people that would go and get those, they basically go out and get those resources elsewhere and use those in their final assets, but replacing the process of retrieving them.
Can I hold up my hand for a second?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying, I hate DLSS. No, I'm not. I'm saying you can hate DLSS because you don't like it as an anti-aliasing technique. I'm saying you don't hate DLSS because it is an inherently immoral technology. It blurs things and it can act goofy at higher frame rates. But like, that's you all know what I mean. Everybody knows what I fucking mean.
And then, from here, the inherent, and then you get into this even further discussion of, well, what I'm sure this will come up, like what is reference and how do artists use reference and how does that work? Because I can't
wait for a fucking in-game horse to be fucking drawn on the fucking ChatGPT image of what a fucking horse looks like.
Because I can tell you, I remember being in college when when we were in class, and it was like literally one of the classes was, here's how you go and get reference, and here's how you use that reference when you're rendering. And you're going to go out and you're going to find photos, or you take them yourself if you can, but otherwise you're going to find magazines, you're going to Google, you're going to do whatever, and you're going to get a list of things, of horse, of robot, of whatever, and you're going to put these all up on the board, and then you're going to use your brain to synthesize that information and create a brand new final product.
And at least Bungie had the decency to steal from a fucking human being. And then they got caught, and then they had to pay out.
So the X-ray behind this process of going out and retrieving all that and retrieving this information, if the discussion even goes this far, if you did, it's going to get very weird and dicey real quick as to how many artists are literally just pulling everything from their brain versus how many people are using reference in this way and then using this as a shortcut necessarily. Who knows?
I'm really sick of being a foodie who turns out to be vegetarian at the cookout. I'm getting super fucking sick of this. I'm getting fucking depressed. About how many times I find bacon in my fucking quinoa salad and go, fuck, come on. And everyone around me is just chowing down going, man, have you had the veal? Like, I give a shit. I'm getting depressed.
So for me, as someone who was like a fucking attempted artist back in the day and all that, I have
No, you're not an attempted artist. You're an artist. I seen it. You did some arts.
There's a real that your take is what you said there. For me, it's straightforward, very simple. Remember the kid back in school who traced and then said it was his?
Yeah, I remember that kid.
Yeah, that's who gets to win right now. That's who gets to. That's who gets to take the tracers, and people that are using tracer mentality get to fucking run the show and be like, yeah, no, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. Fuck you. Tracers win. That's all that's happening. It's that exact kid. Fast forward 20 years.
I'm becoming highly discouraged and kind of a little depressed as like every single week the pie of stuff that I can feel good about gets smaller. Be it like somebody pointed out like a really good point, like I wish you guys would stop talking about 2XKO because Riot's evil. Riot is evil. And I picked my battle in that I'm like, I'm supporting the team that makes 2XKO and not Riot in general. And that's cope. That's cope.
We say,
right? But that's okay. I can have a little bit of cope, right? I can have a little bit of cope as a treat because I'm only human. But now, this is cope, and this is cope, and this, and this, and this, and the Saudis are investing, and this director's an asshole, and Mike Z made fucking Skullgirls and came on this podcast and blew smoke up our fucking ass for an hour, and then signed off to be a complete piece of shit. And it's just like every single fucking day. I'm a little frustrated.
I can see that you're a little frustrated. It's pretty fucking frustrating. We say, as we speak into our podcast on twitch.tv, a Bezos product.
Big fan of Amazon, everybody.
And then get that double upload over to YouTube.
Can't wait to
Google
fucking
product.
Watch my Fallout show, a Microsoft property by Amazon.
It's just what it is.
I feel
it's
like
just where we
giving
are.
a shit about anything does nothing but actively harm me. I am at that point now. Like, I'm at the point where like I might at like a fucking supervillain divergence where I'm like, everyone is just stupid and evil, and only I have, or why give a shit at all? Why not just eat it? Like I'm at the fucking Lex Luthor fucking crossroads.
I got no sage advice here because we're all fucking in it, not knowing where we go. But I can say, do what you need to do to protect your sanity.
Well, my sanity's never been good.
Like, do what you need to do put the cage up and draw the lines and protect your fucking brain in whatever
Like,
way you need to.
I think I mentioned like a
Because
while ago running into somebody who was like way into World of Warcraft and like Harry Potter, and I was like, you can't fight the power every day. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that applies to me also. I have usually been blessed by not getting into things that were made by the worst people in the world. I've actually been really lucky about that for most of my life.
Well, there is that, but there's also the understanding that I think we both got years ago, that the purity test never fucking comes clean.
Oh, never.
The purity test doesn't work.
Oh, absolutely
You
not.
can't live your life like that. It's impossible.
I used to read
it's fucking impossible.
Did you ever read the Sword of Truth fantasy novels?
No.
So somebody pointed out, like on a thread somewhere, like, oh man, that guy was like an insane fascist libertarian. And I'm like, what? And then I sat there for a second and I was like, oh yeah, he totally is. Oh wow. And it was like really on the nose too. Like I remember those books and be like, oh yeah, that guy's evil.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Like you ever have that where it's like something as a kid and you have to like you just think about it for the first time and as an adult and you're like, oh what?
Well, I mean, there's a whole lot of concepts that I'm still fucking learning about to this day, you know, on a bunch of shit that you digest as a kid. But you know, it just, yeah, you need to just keep your sanity in check however you can. And keeping it and being well aware that the purity test shit just is completely untenable and doesn't work in that way. You don't also want to, like, I don't know, how high is the tower you like. I hate the thing that happens where, because we talk about shit that we hate and that sucks a lot, there's a feeling of like, thus this podcast is like holier than thou and sitting on a tower of morality and is
so I actually go really far out of my way to be like, I never tell anybody what they should and should not spend their money on
this
ever,
weird thing that comes when
in their shoes.
Yeah, it fucking sucks because it just, like, everybody that has their different lines on where they're gonna draw them, like, people that went and fucking like are like, you know what, I want to play Hogwarts Legacy too fucking bad. I'm like, okay, do your thing. Do your thing.
I mean, I'm not interested, but that's fine. I get to do that,
right? But the problem,
you can do whatever you want, and I'm gonna just think my fucking thoughts over here.
But the problem about like saying your personal bit in this way is that some people are going to interpret that as a prescription. As a doctrine that you are putting out for everyone else to follow, and not only that, but like you're on your soapbox, you're in your tower saying that everyone else needs to again do this purity test and come up clean, right?
Hey, you know what, man? I do want to take issue. Somebody linked me a long time ago to some smarmy ass fucking tweet about all that Harry Potter nonsense that was like, hey, just because you were never into Harry Potter doesn't make you better than those of us who are like struggling to deal with blah, 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 blah. And all I could think of when I saw that is like, yeah, it does. It means I have better fucking taste because those books suck ass, dummy. I'm sorry, my taste is way better than your taste.
I have learned that if you're a kid and you get exposed to whatever magical world you do first, like before you had a chance to even discern.
Yeah, you know what magical world we got fucking exposed to? Dragonlance. Has anyone said a fucking mean thing about Richard A. Knatt or Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman? No, they were great. Those books are awesome.
They fucking dropped them and disappeared as far as I know. I don't know. Don't look into it. Who knows? Like fucking I don't know. But it's just, this is persistent. It's you know, and it doesn't get any better as time goes on. Right? And then you get this, it's the combination of like, I don't know, just trying to have your own opinions and be normal. And so we're talking about shit that we think sucks, right?
I never have tried that.
you're talking about what you what you're talking about what you think sucks, and you get that right, and then on the other side of this at the same time you get the bit where it's like, oh, remember we're looking at the hilarious insanity of the Blizzard diversity chart points or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was the funniest fucking shit in the world.
Right, and then you get the people who are pulling that, oh, we're laughing for the wrong reasons bit. You get the people who are like, "Oh no, that was great, right? Because fuck all that shit, right? Because you're on my team with that, right?" And you're like,
hey, you know what? That's
no, we hate this for the wrong reasons.
That's like the one.
We are not the same.
Of this
we
side
are
of
not the same.
Compared to your side of the camera, is I can guarantee you, I definitely get a lot more people who think I'm on their team.
Right. I'm sure.
I don't want to be on your team, bro.
And so you get that weird thing, right? So you get on the one side with the like, sit in your tower, and then you get the other side with the fucking like, oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're putting down there. And you're like, can you be fucking normal? Can you just be normal?
No, you can't.
No, you can't. You can't. Okay.
So I actually have to make an apology to anyone who watches my stuff or follows me on social media. I was talking about the Game Awards. And I was like, I don't understand where all this anger about the Game Awards is coming from, to which people pointed out that Jeff Keighley is like a scumbag and uses diversity, like women and black people, as like props to make the Game Awards look more legitimate. And every single thing he says up there is a complete fucking pile of shit. To which I say, what are you all fucking stupid? Of course he's like, have you not been paying attention? To which somebody pointed out the Dorito Pope shit, that was like 13 years ago. Somebody pointed out to me that like they were like, bro, I was like 6 years old when that Dorito Pope stuff happened. Like, that was
a lifetime,
right? And I did the same thing talking about the Like a Dragon developers, where they're like, can you believe they hired like a sex abuser to replace one of the actors in the Yakuza Kiwami 3 remake? I'm like, yeah. Have you like played one of their games? Are you like, really? And I'm like, oh, right, that's not necessarily institutional common knowledge, because now it's happened to me, and now I feel how it feels, and it actually feels really bad, and I don't like it. So I'd like to apologize to everybody who I implied was stupid for not having some interior gaming knowledge that only a complete freak like me would have.
But yeah, do what you got to do to protect your sanity, right? Take your steps, draw your lines.
Well, my wife doesn't let me eat a whole chocolate orange to feel better anymore, Wooly.
Okay, well.
So what am I supposed to do with my sanity?
I don't know, but
right. Okay,
mine is I have a list of
this. Okay.
I got it. There you go. That's yours. That'll do it.
Oh, this dog's so ugly.
Yep. I've got a list of Saudi percentages right here. Quick access.
Oh, yeah?
Pop.
Yeah, you're talking about the
there
list
it is.
Now?
No, I'm not.
Did you tell anybody about that list?
I'm not really, but it's there. I'm just like, oh, what's going on?
You want to tell people what that list is? Because it's really funny.
It's just a list of percentages. It's a list of companies and percentages, and then the dollars next to that number. That's all.
Yeah.
It's a very simple list. I think I sent you some of it.
You sent me the list, and I got really bummed out.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yep. And a bunch of those are unupdated because some of that reporting stops.
Who can keep track of the stock market?
Yep.
It's tough.
But it's just, I just have it right here, and it's just like, anytime any conversation comes up, I'm like, oh, what do you want? Here we are. You feel this way about this? How do you what? Okay, what?
We can all sit in the poop together.
But
I don't want to be in the Wooly. I don't want to be in the poop. I want to be on my high horse. Away from all the poop.
What's worse, 96% of $600 million or 7% that equals multiple billions?
I don't know. I legit couldn't tell you.
I don't fucking know. But 96% is a higher number by percent. But what about cash dollars? Because fucking Nintendo and Capcom and a billion others.
Yeah, we can't. We're now at the point where you're just gonna get the the like straight up like the red string and
Yeah.
the fucking corkboard out. And, but
Yeah.
it's like it's real. That like
But which number bothers you more? Does
I don't-
96% of a cheap ass fucking SNK nothing like
Can't-
I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not equipped.
Aaron Moten and Walton Goggins to kiss on the Fallout show today. Can they have the
Yeah. Yeah. Did someone just say Nintendo untouched by shit somehow?
Oh my god, Nintendo used
Are
to be
you-
run by criminals!
Are you out of
They
your
ran a playing
mind?
card company! Do
Are
you
you
know what
out of
that
your
means?
mind? Bitch, bitch, bitch. What do you want to know? 8.58%? Does that work for you? $3.8 billion?
Nintendo and Sega used to
Right?
send goons
Does-
to each other's
does-
offices to threaten to kill people.
Does 4 entire SNKs worth of investment in Nintendo do it for you? Bitch? What the fuck are you talking about?
I really love how you brought that up, and then like your brain went to the numerical money thing, and I went to like the historical building up of that company was just straight up criminal.
Are you at
Like the two-prong attack, like
So this is how I keep my sanity. Is I just go, where are we? Okay, there we are. Okay, cool. Just want to know. Boot up Metroid Prime. Have a good time. You know. All right. Shall we take a letter or two?
yeah, let's take a letter. Send in a letter to castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com. That's castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com.
If you want to tell us your reasons for fucking not giving up.
Doesn't Nintendo have like slaves now, like for real? Didn't they like enslave that hacker?
So they instituted their anti-karoshi law rules where they're forcing people to take breaks, which was good.
No, not that. The guy that they sued for piracy, and now he like owes them part of his salary for the rest of his life.
Oh, okay.
Like, isn't that just indentured servitude to Nintendo?
Possibly. I don't remember the details on that one. I mean, there was no kidnapped sisters involved in
That would be Sega
in the recent decades. So
yeah.
you know, there's something.
I think
like,
it's so.
But like a kidnapped sister is so clear on the chart of ethics and morality. You know, some gestures are like there's no ambiguity in a kidnapped sister.
Yeah,
it's
I got like
it's very clear.
I think there's like a really, because Sega's going to come out and say, if they haven't already, they're going to come out and say that they're going to use AI, and people are going to lose their minds. And I'm going to be like, guys, I can tell you with 100% certainty that the company organization Sega has killed people.
like
for surezies, allegedly.
I appreciate
allegedly for surezies.
I appreciate wink no,
allegedly for surezies.
I appreciate a kidnapped sister for the
humorous podcast full of jokes.
I appreciate a kidnapped sister for the same reasons I appreciate overt racism.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Because it's funny? Wait, no.
No.
That was the wrong answer.
No. It's clear. It's clear. It's there's no gray here. We're in a very, pun intended, black and white world and situation. It is as clear as day. We don't have to there's no parsing. It's like Sega kidnapped that dude's sister. That's fucking crazy. You put on brown face and went to a party? That's fucking crazy.
I wish that the CEO of Larian, I mispronounce his name every time, so I'm not going to try anymore, just did that interview and went, yeah, we use AI for whatever, but you fucking little piggies don't care. Who gives a shit? you'll be able to fuck 2 bears this time.
Oh, well,
And that would be so much more honest and straight. I would appreciate that so much.
but that's the Crafton CEO, and we are laughing
oh
at...
my god, we're gonna make Lords of the Fallen 2 that'll have attractive females in revealing clothing. Like, you're a fucking robot, dude.
Like,
oh my god.
Like, we just, like as much as we can say that, we just threw that Crafton CEO under the bus because he finds it comfortable there where he can watch from the darkness of under the bus. As you know, like, it's just...
It's really funny though, like, for real. Like if you're gonna try and piss on me, can you give me some razzle dazzle so that I can at least think for 1 second maybe it is raining? Can I have that, or is that too much to ask?
Yeah.
Where's the showmanship? Hey, come on.
All right, I think we aired out a lot just now. We aired out a lot.
I had some emotions that I've been building for most of the day.
Some of that had been building for quite, maybe perhaps more than a day or two.
I don't want to just sit in the corner and eat quinoa.
This castle is not a fancy castle up on the hills like Castlevania. It's actually more of a bungalow. It's a bungalow super beast.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure what a bungalow is.
It's a one floor. It's a house with 1 floor.
Is that it?
It's a single story. It's a single story home.
Just typed the word bungalow into my search bar and it stopped Google search because Malwarebytes detected a Trojan. I'm so fucking done. I can't even search on fucking Google. Can't look up bungalow on my computer.
All right. Let's just take one over here. Hey. From Night, King of Tuesday Night. Dear normal parent and French parent, this week marks the 10-year anniversary.
That's
You cut off a bit, but I'm pretty sure you said that's much funnier.
So much funnier than they think it is. I'm pretty sure there's more French in your household than there is in mine.
There is literal French in my house right now as we speak.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we've had the language discussion, and it's a thing. Dear normal parent and French parent, this week marks the 10-year anniversary of Silent Hill's wiki admin going on a massive edit spree to push an agenda about circumcision as genital mutilation. What are your favorite admin freakouts you've seen?
I mean, if you ask me, that would be the one. You can look up a great why can't I remember his name? He did a great video on it. I can't remember his name. He's super into metal. He's got super long hair. He's really handsome.
Justin Wang?
Justin Wang. Okay, yeah. He's really handsome. He did a great video on the Silent Hill circumcision nonsense.
I mean, that's a list. That's a bullet point list of priorities when bringing someone up. I'll tell you what. He is very handsome.
He's very handsome.
He's very handsome.
He had one of the best tweets I've ever seen in my life, which is, I'm fighting racism by fucking white girls.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing your fucking part, buddy.
So I have a shirt, and I've there's an Instagram post of me wearing it some time ago. That shirt says, I am my ancestors' wildest dreams.
Oh, that's good. That's cute.
It's a really cool shirt. I really like it. There are times when
you're my ancestors' wildest dreams.
There are times when wearing that shirt is especially fucking sick.
Okay, yeah.
There are contexts to wear that shirt in that are extra good. Get a little timer buff out of that one. All right. The answer for me remains the Catalica dev. That's the
Who's that? I don't remember.
That's the Sun Girl. That's the pinks and the greens.
Oh yeah, the Sun Girl.
That's the Kickstarter board game. That is the greatest freak out of all time.
You know, Wooly, that is like a strangely vivid memory for me. Like us in the back of that shuttle from the airport going down to fucking Con Bravo, where we were looking that up and like laughing ourselves stupid about it.
So no, I didn't know about that Kickstarter thing. You told me about that after the fact. I remember I remember learning about that after the fact from when the Kickstarter shut down, and like it was like this big buildup. Yeah.
Did I combine two different memories into one?
Ruh-roh. Uh-oh.
No, that was us making fun of the Yogs cast game that fucking just petered out and just died.
I was like, did you speak to another black person? And maybe
no.
That was the... Why the fuck would I do that?
I do it every week, bro. Come on.
I fill my quota.
Maybe twice a week.
And we'll see you next week.
Have a good week, everybody.